What is up, chat? What is up, chat? Hey, hey, hey. How's it going, guys? Welcome back. We're back. Yet another stream. I wasn't sure if I was going to start a stream today because I honestly am not feeling 100%. I think I'm getting sick. But it's like the start of it. Like, you feel it. It's like brewing back there, and you're like, ah, oh, god dang it. I know it's coming. So it's not quite here yet, so don't worry too much, but it might not be a long stream. I'm just saying that because I know that typically whenever I get that kind of feeling, I'll get tired faster. And yeah, streams technically do make you tired. I know it's a shock to people. Live streaming is kind of tiresome. Unless you're doing like react stuff, I think you can probably manage longer because you're like taking breaks. But like for me, I sit here and yap for like 3 hours straight. I'm gotten pretty good at it, so it wears me out a little quicker. What's up, guys? All the dumb stuff away. Nobody cares about that crap. Nobody cares about that crap. All that out of the way. I hope everybody had a wonderful week and am ready for some fun. I'm certain at some point we'll probably finish this tier list. I don't think we will, but we might. But some dumb yapping about anime in general, I guess. So, but what do I miss? My chat thingy is not showing me properly where we started, which is typical. Absolutely typical. Let's see. What was the last ones that we had? I think it was right here. Sergio Dono. No, I think that was last week. Where did we leave off last week? This chat thing sucks. Here, I think. No, that was the old stuff. I don't know where we started. I'm gonna have to look at like the regular default. Doodles, what's going on? He said, "Hi ho, I'm your ho." Did you call me a ho? Doodles, what the hell, man? Nemo, what's going on? Hush, what's going on? Hey, hope you're doing well. Oh no, yeah, right, right. The sick stuff. Let me pop out the YouTube chat so I can read it from there, since my streaming chat thing sucks so much today. Can I zoom in? YouTube, can you let me zoom in? No, of course you can't let me zoom in. That'd be too freaking easy. Sergio Dono says, didn't you say the streams were tiresome? Tires you more? Yeah. I mean, live streaming doesn't really necessarily... It does tire you out. It's more of a mental thing. For those that do a lot of, like, work with your brain, like, you know, calculation, stuff like that. Like, my last job was a lot of, like, inventory management and procurement. And so you had to, like, have a lot of numbers in your head at all times. It's, like, quantities, what you're buying, what you're expecting, who's moving it, what company's moving it, who you're getting it from, are they having any delays, do you have to communicate the delay? Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff in your head that by the time you get home, like, your brain just wants to let it go, but you don't want to let it go because you don't want to have to rethink about it the next morning. It's like mentally straining. I think the only thing physically that's straining with live streaming is your eyes, because I obviously have like lighting on me, and of course I have a lot of other things that are darker, so there's a lot of contrast there. So there's a lot of strain on the eyes, but I like live streaming. Like, even though if I'm sick or something like that, I still like live streaming because once I start getting started, I'll have a hesitation, but once I get started, I love it. I love talking to people, and I think having that communication sort of gets me away from thinking about what I'm going through or what I'm dealing with. So, thank you guys. You're like my best medicine. It just might sound bad. I think you can actually hear it. It just sounds bad. Like you can hear that there's something going on in my throat that just it's not good. I'll get there eventually. Probably tomorrow morning I'll probably be sick. But I'll get some rest though. I'll get plenty of rest. And I got a big old thing of water. So, I'll keep hydrated. I need folks to remind me to hydrate though. I never think to drink. Like last live stream I literally drank one time, I think. Anyways, what else? Sir Donna, yeah, you thought you were glitching. Ramfoss, how you doing? Forest. I missed the O in there. I hope you're doing well. What else? Newly met, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Kaiju Girl, Caramelly's episode dropped out. I'm really enjoying that show. It is super cute. Kaiju Girl is super cute. I finally got around to starting watching it yesterday, and I'm already in love with it. It's super cute. Roxy is too heavy for today's stream. Was it Roxy that's messing up everything? She's too much for it. That was a bunch of the talk that we had earlier. It's an old thing I think I saw it in the last stream. Is it a regular thing? How many people in the chat right now is having that with YouTube where it's popping into the thumbnail? I've had cases where it I've watched some people's live stream and it buffers briefly, and then you'll get behind on the actual live and you have to keep telling it to go to the current live point. Like you're getting behind on the actual stream. I hate it. Like YouTube is as much as they do a lot of really good stuff, like they suck sometimes. They really do suck sometimes. Premieres are horrible. They've never fixed the premiere stuff. I've been premiering for like 3 or 4 years now, and they've yet to fix any of the issues of premieres. Especially the quality. The quality drop on premieres is just bad. I see what shows there was on Andrew session. Okay. Fell in love with Smokey Behind You in the supermarket. It's super good. I meant to do a video on that this week, but unfortunately, I have no excuses. I literally have no excuses. I just was being lazy this week. I mean, I had a little bit of a spell last week, like late last week, but that's not an excuse. I got behind a lot of stuff. To be honest, I've been manga for one of them and hurry to see the anime. What do I do for work? I'm right here. This is what I do for work. I had a lot of jobs for the longest time, and I was between jobs. This is like the origin stories for some folks that are new here. I did IT for the longest time in my life, and then I switched over to doing procurement for quite a while. And then at some point, that company that I was working for got bought out and became one of the worst places to work ever. It went from being like a place that I loved to a place that I absolutely hated. Like within a year of a buyout, it became a place that was just horrible to even exist in because everybody was just backstabbing each other. And I got sick of it. I decided to quit that job and move. But during that time, I had a nest egg that was already there, kind of prepared. I always like keeping a nest egg. I always like keeping like a large sum of money. Don't tell anybody so they don't scam me. I always like keeping a nest egg off to the side, and in case something happens. And so I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and use that nest egg to turn what was a hobby at the time, which was Otaku Spirit, a hobby at the time into a full-time job. And so that's when I started doing YouTube, and I just started doing that like 24/7, making that my job. The nest egg's like coming down, hoping that eventually I get to that point where suddenly the YouTube is making enough money that I can stabilize. And it's getting there. It is getting there. I mean, whenever Mushoku Tensei is airing, I'm doing really well. As people know that my content for Mushoku Tensei does very well. But it's getting there. It's getting there. But yeah, this is my full-time job. Is just watching anime and talking about anime. My dream job. But I don't recommend it to anybody else. Like, unless you have a nest egg or you just build it on the side while you're working, those are like the two best ways to start a YouTube channel. It's very difficult to get into. I just got back from vacation today. Hope you had a good time there, Astro. Hey, I'm full of my brother's cat. My brother's done. I think my brother's done with the channel. There may be some time down the road where he just pops up and wants to talk about something, but I think he's done at this point, which is fine. It's fine. I was worried it was overworking. Yeah, if I was doing a regular job at the same time this, it wouldn't be possible. Like, watching these many shows while doing content, while also having a regular job, would be impossible. That would be crazy. Was I able to watch Nanaha? No, I can't get caught up on Nanaha just to watch Nanaha. I wish. That's a lot of stuff to get caught up on. Also, would you shout out to know where you left? Right. Anyone still liking Chainsmoker Cat? I'm still liking it. It is raunchy as hell. I love it. I love it for that. Sea Dog can last 12 hours and Garnt barely managed 4 hours. I could easily do like a 24-hour stream. I've driven for 36 hours. Like, I'm used to driving for long periods of time. I think I could easily do a live stream for that long. I would probably want to take breaks, obviously, but it would be easy. I don't see any problem with doing a long stream. I just don't really have a living condition to really do that with. Or nor a reason to. It's really, I don't really think I have something to sit through that long with. Like, maybe if I got like an approval from a company to watch a show, I would totally do it. Like, if, like, for instance, you know, maybe Shueisha or somebody maybe got approval to do One Piece or Gintama or something like that, and I could just like live stream it. I mean, I technically could, just wouldn't be able to have it on the screen. Do like a live stream just to watch through a marathon of a show. But that would be the only way that I would have something like worth staying on for that long, because it's a lot of time. Because I just don't do React stuff. I think a lot of people can do long streams because they're doing React stuff. I just don't do React stuff. Finally caught one of these. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Me too. Have we started yet? No, I'm not started yet. This is actually a pre-roll. But I predicted what you say. The Grow Up Show? Did I put Grow Up Show on here already? I think I had like a B, didn't I? Yeah, Grow Up Show's in B. B's Grow Up Show. I already did Grow Up Show. Kaiju Girl is getting better by the episode. It is. It happens to be all the time when I got to 1 gigabytes per second fifth connection. Really? Yeah, I got a terabyte up fiber. Just happened as we were speaking about it. Really? What is going on with YouTube right now? Like, I have no drop frames or anything. I am pushing easily 12 kilobytes per second without any problems. That's where I have it capped at. Honestly, I'm surprised that Chainsmoker Cat is my peak of the season so far. Right. East Coast USA, your stream seems to buffer a fair bit. 30 seconds behind now. So is it maybe a region? It could be. It could be a node. If it gets too bad, we'll just stop the stream early. Because I don't want people to have like a problem watching the stream. People can just let me know. If it gets too bad, y'all can let me know. MC is peak. Love all the characters. Trying to make a web browser game. You're trying to make one? Nice. Sign a ton of conference room systems. I'm signing in a ton of conference room systems for work for the new office build out. Biggest perk is probably the take home gear. Nice. Yeah, when I was in IT, that was one of the great things. Like, you'd have all these systems and stuff that we're just throwing out, and you could just keep a bunch of stuff, like monitors and stuff like that. That was one of like the nice perks about it. This is a saturated market now. Yeah, it is 100%. That's why I'm saying you have to have like a love for it. You have to have the grind for it. Like, a lot of people like go, man, you're gonna burn out doing like a video every single day. But like, there's a two-part of it. It's like trying to get into the algorithm for a lot of the shows without having to do like really clickbaity stuff. And a lot of the getting into the algorithm is like shows that people want to get people's opinions on. So it's covering a lot of shows and stuff like that. But like, doing a video every single day obviously scares a lot of people for like burnout. I don't have a problem with it. Like, the only thing that really affects me is just like some comments every now and then kind of get to you. It's hard not to, even though as long as I've been doing this, it's hard for not to have some comments really get to you. It's more like a culmination of comments. But other than that, I don't have really a problem with it. Plus, you have AI. It's not just like saturation. It's also AI. You also have to compete with AI. And there's a ton of AI stuff that's keeping people kind of glued to their screen somewhere else. AI is just able to turn out just garbage synopsis videos and whatnots of series. And that's what's getting all the viewership. Maybe even the longest I have driven is 20 hours. Yeah, I've gone cross country like several times. Like, I did one where I drove all the way... I would probably say, like, just to not give off anything here. I drove 3/4 across the country and 3/4 back. So it was, like, a total of, like, you know... I think it was 36 hours there and about 36 hours back within a span of a week. And I don't stop. Like, when I do cross-country travel, I just don't stop. I mean, I had one time where the fatigue finally hit me, and I think it was that trip, and I was coming back. I know how to stop myself. Like, when I feel it, I stop, and I did take a nap, but like I typically don't. I'm very cautious about how I feel. So don't take that as I'm reckless. Like, I took a nap midway, but I didn't stop, and I just didn't hit anybody, thankfully. Gitama mentioned my favorite anime. Yeah, it's like literally probably of everything that I have not watched, it is my one that I hate that I haven't watched yet the most. React channels are low effort. I mean, you can make them high effort. It's just in most cases you'll see them low effort. By reaction, I mean like both, like, you know, you're watching a show, an episode, and you're going, you know, shock facing all the time. Pikachu shock face. Oh my gosh, that happened in the episode. Oh my gosh. And then you have to get the thumbnail shot. But also, like, just, you know, watching random YouTube videos and reacting to them. I could probably do that. I just don't. Did I stream previously? No, it was a podcast. It was just a podcast. Me and my brother did a podcast where once a week we would release an episode where we talked about anime or news or something like that. No, you're fine. Refresh. Nice. It's fine in Europe. Well, hello in Europe. South Africa. Nice. Way over there. Jeez. I feel like we have somebody from literally every country right now. Well, hello everybody. Thank you for joining us. Arizona's fine here. Nice. I don't know what's going on YouTube rules-wise, but Twitch, tons of YouTube reactors are doing live watch-along shows, nothing hidden, and they put it on the Patreon and YouTube, etc., and edited. Yeah, with that, it's really like you're just gambling. You're honestly just gambling. It's a matter of time before one of these companies pops you. I mean, that's like, who was it here this last week? I think it was Mother's Basement. One of the big AnyTubers got, like, claimed by the company that owns, Which Had Atelier. Which Had Atelier apparently is going around, and they're apparently claiming a bunch of people right now. I've had claims over, like, screenshots. AI is nothing but a plagiarism thing, yeah. Not even VTuber, but it's just in general. VTuber reaction drama channels are the bottom of the barrel content. I think it's the worst than AI content. Yeah, I don't really connect with it. I mean, that's like last week, as y'all seen with my video. Like, I wanted to cover the whole situation with Trash Taste, and I didn't want to make it about, oh my gosh, Trash Taste don't know what they're talking about. It's more of like, I want to talk about what they're saying in there. And it's very hard for me to both engage people that I want to engage people a little bit there to kind of draw them in, so I have to play into it a little bit, but at the same time, I don't want to talk about the drama. I legit don't want to talk about the drama. I want to talk about what's said. And what was said was interesting. The idea of, again, giving a different perspective on why there's so much anime about schools. is not necessarily like a trauma escapism for a lot of people, because a lot of people don't really find school to be that nostalgic. They don't want to look back on that like, oh yeah, sure, my days at school where I was being bullied and I was stuck in like a bathroom stall when I was eating. You are smart and eloquent enough that could easily pull 10-minute reactions, and then reviews and your thoughts on the episode being double the time of the reaction. I appreciate the kind words, but most of I don't really have a reaction. I mean, I do react stuff. I do trailer reacts. And it's mostly me just pausing and talking about what's in the scene. I don't do the reaction stuff. I have to obviously amplify what I'm doing. What you see me, as you see me on live streams, I'm not like that all the time. I am not like swinging my arms around all the time. I'm not like jumping around and being like super excited. I do a lot of this in order for people to be entertained, obviously. So when I'm watching a show, I'm not like overly expressive about it. And I think a lot of reactors do that in order to get that attention. No matter how much they say they're not reacting, they're overreacting because it's entertaining. Nobody wants to watch somebody watching a show where they're just doing this the entire time. Oh. Ooh. That would be a legitimate reaction. Is literally just staring at the screen, and every now and then your face might curve up. But they have to be overreactive because that's what people want. They want you to have the shocked Pikachu face every 2 seconds because that's what people want to see. They want to see the shocks about every 2 seconds. Even if they have to go back and retake it if they need to. But yeah, my react videos would be dumb. I'd just be pausing it and responding to things. Since you're also good at communicating and analyzing, what do you watch and read? You don't even have to fake reactions, anything. Just be you and do what you do. I think there's legitimately an area there that I can do if I wanted to, and I could probably try this. I could legitimately have like pause analysis. Like watching something and pausing at the end of the scene and talking about it, because that would make it easier for me to on the spot, analyze something. But again, face reaction I don't do. It's when React channels react to drama. That's bad. Yeah, I don't want to. I don't care. I legit don't care. When it comes to drama, I don't care. Even when I think I want to talk about it, I just don't. I don't want to get involved. I've gotten to the point in my life where I just don't find value in it. I just don't. React channels can be high and low effort. I think Kaka reactions are good, for instance. The stuff that he's done of me, I approve. I've been linked that he's responded to stuff that I've done, and he did a really great job there. I don't know much about his other content, though, so I approve of him. All you gotta do is be you. Don't fake it. I picked up fake reactions extremely easily and disgust me. Most of them are tourist. Yeah, there's a lot of that, because obviously anime right now is profitable, and so there's a lot of people getting in it, acting like they don't know about things. Like, I legitimately, was it like a couple weeks ago, I ended up seeing somebody was doing a react face of, or it was a clip of her reacting to Doki Doki Literature Club. And it's like, I've never touched that game, and I know the scene. Who doesn't know the scenes in that show, or that visual novel? You can't not go into that not knowing what it is. Like, it's an impossibility at this point. That's like saying that I went to watch Higurashi when they cry, and I'm shocked by the fact that they're killing each other. You don't not know about that. You can't not go into Doki Doki Literature Club without knowing about that scene. It's just you're literally doing it because you know it's there, right? I mean, I guess unless somebody like told him about it and was very sure to say, don't look at anything about it. Just go to this link and buy it and play it. Because even if you go to look it up to find out where you buy it, you're probably going to see the clips. I've been to 195 and a 177 going to Florida and Idaho a few times and developed a habit of going to the same rest stops to take a break. I've had that where you're like, I know this place. Greece here, nice. Portugal, geez, Estonia. My gosh, all across the world. That fills me with warmth, honestly. That fills me with warmth. Touching people across... That sounded really wrong. Touching hearts across the world. Touching people across the world. Anyways. Bruh. Distance driving definitely requires knowing when... Yeah. Like, even when you don't think you need it. You need it. Central Europe, geez. The best I've seen regarding drama content. I don't know how to feel about that. Just because I avoid it? It's like people here watching the clip on X and commenting on it without ever adding anything to the situation. Yeah, I hate that content. I hate X React content with a burning passion. So that's like what, like legit, like again, last week with that whole situation with Trash Days, I loathe putting that kind of stuff on my screen. Like, I don't want to be that person. Like, there's plenty of people doing that stuff. You can find them. I just don't want to be, look, this had 500 likes. It's obviously a big deal, and it's not. There's a sack of potatoes watching, like... So you're a sack of potatoes watching, like, it's watch... Yes, I'm a sack of potato watching shows. I'm constantly just trying to... I'm constantly absorbing what's happening, so I don't have a time to put on a face. It's funny because I react hella when I'm watching anime. You react hella, you'd be a good reactor then. You'd be like one of the legitimate people that actually has a true reaction. I can, like the comment earlier, I could totally sniff a faker. I legit see it, and it's like, oh god, you were way late on that one, or you knew that was coming. You're reacting before it even happens. You probably re-record this 2 times. I know you're faking it. Whatever. Just pop in the middle of the tangent. Not sure what the whole thing is about, but I do enjoy most of your content and chill and laid back compared to other media being super fast paced. So I appreciate that, sweetie. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for dropping in, even if it's mid conversation. Yeah, it's nice to take a break from the low attention span brain rot. I just realized I'm on YouTube stuff and I'm completely missing all the Twitch stuff. I am sorry, Twitch people. I was doing the YouTube because my chat was messed up. And I missed a lot of the chats on YouTube. So I was missing a lot of the Twitch chat. Yes, I think you gave it to me, Aether. Did you? I think you made me sick. I think I made Lumi, then you, and then me. I think it's gone full circle now. Same with buffering on some of the channels. Oh, okay. So you got some other channels that are doing it. Okay. Was your brother the one that did the podcast with? Yeah. Twitch is good. Midwest also. The Twitch is fine. I drove once from the Midwest to California. Once, but wait, you drove once from the Midwest to California? What does that mean? I'm not sure what that means. Mid-East? What is the Midwest? Isn't the Midwest California? Am I losing it? Don't worry, chat. His friends make sure he takes. Dude, people get on the DMs. The DMs I'm gonna get after this. The DMs I'm gonna get after this stream are gonna be so wild. The DMs I'm gonna get after this stream is gonna be so crazy. I remember the podcast. I watched it every drop. Aww. I like your videos because you told what was said, not your opinion on them. Oh, okay, gotcha. Or like Star Wars father spoilers. Yeah, you cannot see that, right? No, you cannot have not seen that. Oh my. Sir, no, I'm closing the Twitch chat again. I'm done looking at Twitch chat. Let me see if I can go back to my main chat screen. My gosh. There we go. I think I'm caught up now. Not really caught up, but I'm caught up on the chat window. It's like people who watch Hero Hey clip on it. Okay, I got that one. All right. All right, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good now, I think. Senpai, what? $10 from Makoto-sama. Hey, Makoto-sama. Hope you're doing well. Finished watching volume 26 of Mushoku Tensei novel reviews. It was great. Thank you. Thank you so much. So now you have, like, what, 20 more videos to watch because you still have all the side content? It doesn't end there. You've gotten to 26. It doesn't end there. There's more content to get. But I appreciate your support. And again, thank you so much for the 10. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Unless you don't not know what you're doing. Unless you don't no. I call myself old. I just turned 40. I have a son that is almost 17. You got plenty of time. That's like legit for most people. It's like halfway there. You still got plenty of time. I'm touching them. Touch me, senpai. My gosh. Finally getting the comments about that. Oh. Sounds like how are you alive? How am I alive for driving like that? No, I don't know. I have legit no idea. Like, people would get mad at me because, like, I would do, like, work travel, and they're all expecting me to get flights, and I just rent a car. And like, why are you driving? I'm like, because I like it. Which, yeah, I think I've talked about it on here before. Had turned into a situation where I was really glad that I did because I was able to quickly get back home for a passing. But I just like control. I just like control the vehicle. I don't like flying. From Romania. Nice. Yeah, I've Sergio Donna, I'm well aware that at least the translation hates you. But I appreciate it. I appreciate you being here. Long time support, Sergio Donna. Really, really do. Appreciate that. This show is actually pretty fun. Feels like a chill farming simulator. Is it going that direction? It kind of felt like it's going that direction. I feel touched. It's so slut, bro. Like, can scroll Twitter myself. Right. I 100% agree with that. Sniff Bro Pro. What is in my chat right now? Sniff Bro Pro. 40 is old. That's cute. I'm turning 63 tomorrow. Happy birthday, Strong. Happy birthday. Everybody in the chat give Strong a happy birthday. I hope you have a great day tomorrow. Hello, dude, you guys gotta stop saying where you're from because I feel like I'm gonna butcher one of these at some point. I'm gonna say that somebody's from Australia when they say Austria. Maldives? I'm guessing it's Maldives. Hello from Maldives. Hope you're doing well. Watching like us, I meant, but autocorrect. The autocorrect is so crazy on you. It butchers your stuff so bad. My dad would have been 63 this year. Aw. I wonder how old my dad would be right now. Oh, I lost my chat. Damn it. It has to happen at least once a stream. I lose my chat. I have a question. Has a light novel Mushoku Tensei ended, and how does the anime adapt the ending? Okay, I'm not going to answer the second question because I don't want to get into spoilers. Has it ended? They are doing, I think, the fourth. They're currently releasing the fourth Redundancies. Which Redundancies is where he basically takes a lot of the side content and puts them into a book. Or has like a long story in it. And he's doing the fourth one. A lot of people have reported that it's supposed to be the last. I have yet to see a post that says that it's supposed to be the last. But I do know that he wants to move on to a sequel story. It's not Mushoku Tensei, but it's a sequel story. But, no, it's not technically done yet. The mainline story is done. That's 26 volumes, but the side content is still not done. That's Gold Stronger, wishing you good health. I think you're the only one who is as old as you... I think you are only as old as you feel mentally. I love that statement. Cosplay is as a sack potato and live react to Gibiot? Jibot? You talk about Jabot? What happened to your Discord? We got like a lot of harassment that was happening at some point, and I shut it down because I didn't want to deal with it. And I still at this point, I don't know if I want to deal with it. Like, it's one of those things where it's like Discord is like nice, but it's another thing that I have to think about, and I don't know that I want to think about it anymore. Like, I love who we have in there right now, and I would love to have more people in there. But, like, it in general is sort of like another thing that I have to think about that's stressful that I don't know that I want to think about anymore. So as it's been closed down, I'm getting to a point now where I'm like, I don't know if I ever want to open back up. Like, people are welcome to DM me. I can't guarantee that I'll respond to things. I don't click anything. And there's some things that I won't engage with at all for my own safety and others. But, like, engaging with, like, you know, things that might be baiting me into something that I don't want to be involved with for the sake of attacking, that kind of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that I don't engage with, and I will respond to people, and I love talking to people, but, like, I don't know that I want to do a server anymore. I'm getting to that point now where I think I want to maybe possibly, I might even possibly hand the server off to somebody else and just be done with it. I love being involved with it and everything, and I might still be involved with it, but I don't know that I want to have a server anymore, just because there's a lot of responsibility with that, and dealing with who controls it and who keeps it, you know, keeps it safe and keeps it, you know, orderly. I don't know if that's me anymore. Like, I think I'm fine enough just, like, communicating to people with, like, live streams and stuff like that. I don't know. It's just random thoughts. California is west. It's literally the border. It's at the border of the water. It's the border. I just wasn't sure if it was mid. It's technically mid because, I mean, it takes up most of the west coast. There's, like, only, like, what, 2 other states up there? I don't even know if they exist anymore. They're probably California, too. I have a question. It has a light novel. Adapted ending. Andrea, are you watching? Please excuse my younger brothers. I feel like a classic seasonal slot, but can't watch since a female MC is a Tamamo Cross. Is Tamamo Cross VA? Oh, okay. Please excuse my younger brothers. Is that? I think that's one of the ones I did not watch. Is that one? Where was it at? I think I seen it, but I don't think I watched it. It's one. Is it this one? I think it is. It's one of the ones I didn't watch. No. Did you catch up with 2 Chibi series? The 2 Chibi series? No, I don't think so. No, California is the west coast. Midwest is Wisconsin, Illinois. Oh, so like it's not fully west coast coastal. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Like mid the country to the west. My brain was thinking like middle of the coast west. I'm sorry. It's fine. We fight later. Yeah. Whenever creators go online, it can always get controversial. Reality check. True. The VOD are reading volume 26. The VOD's up there, yeah. Mushoku Monday itself is not over yet. I think we have one more week. One more week, and then probably a live stream after that, and we'll conclude it. It's finally come to an end. I shall continue watching. Nice. Is your favorite season of 2026 so far? I'd have to look. Honestly, because like I was excited for a lot of stuff this season, but I think I'm finally kind of chilling out on it. I still think it's a good season, but I'd have to double check to see if it's better than last season. Read the novels before watching Andrew's analysis. You got plenty to do. I got a lot of side stuff that's not released yet too, so that might be a mix for you. I do the read it. The stuff that's not released yet in the West, I do full read, so at least you get like a sort of audiobook experience with my stuff. Show's about girls playing Street Fighter to make me smile. It's a good show. Yeah, I did not get a chance to finish that one yet. Speaking of Mushoku Tensei, do you plan on trying taking a much-deserved break before starting bookworm reading? I am actually thinking about it. I might wait until the end of summer, because summer right now is very busy. I mean, Summer's not. It's busy. Summer is busy, especially if ReZero. When ReZero comes back, that's like my Wednesday. Wednesday's gonna be really packed. Sunday right now, obviously with the skip content, is very busy, and so I think I might take a break until this season ends, and then my schedule will open up again. And then I can start doing. Plus, I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with the bookworm. I might even pre-build some episodes before I start releasing them. Probably the only reason I'm watching Yohei is because the new season of Samurai Jack. Nice. Oh, the only reason you know about Hero Hey is because of the new season of Samurai. Okay. I'm like, what? What? Have you rated Trap the Dating Sim 2 yet? No. It's there. It's right there. It's right there on the screen. Should we be allowed to talk about Mushoku Tensei spoiler here? No, please do not talk about Mushoku Tensei spoilers here. I have a question. That's for like the premiere. The premiere. I have a question about the light novel Mushoku Tensei ended. I answered that question like earlier. I was saying that the VTuber reaction stupidity. I was saying that the VTuber reaction stupidity. Reaction to like VTuber stuff. Way to get out of context. Yeah. What I missed? A lot of stuff. Welcome to stream. Hope you're doing well. I lost my place again. Why are most of the isekai work stuck in the Middle Ages and magic? Fantasy settings and medieval times is very popular. It's just a very popular setting. It's like modern enough, but it's just modern enough, but not. And plus, there's a lot of reference material. There's a lot of I think this is the part where I'm making up a lot of stuff and where I think it is there's a lot of content and visuals and reference material available for that period of time. I hate cars. My wife draw me away because I had my motorcycle in the shop for tune-ups and miserable in the car. Driving myself can drive me insane. Oof. Hope your bike's alright. That sucks. I like motorcycles, but I'm not a fan of it. Like it's fine, it's fun, but like at the same time I like the comfort in my car. Why are most of isekai work stuck in the Middle Ages? We got that one right. My B-Day is in 6 days. Well, happy early birthday, because we won't be here for the next week. But I hope you have a good birthday, Astro. Why are most isekai? We did that one already. Why are we getting the same question like 50 million times? I'm low-key jealous of people who can drive a car with no problems. Even as a passenger, I have issues. Really? Really? Like car sick? ReZero equals B tier. Have you seen the Eminence Shadow and am I actually strongest? Yeah, I've watched both of those ones. Eminence Shadow I'm not like a big fan of. I like Shadow Garden, but I don't like God, I blank on the guy's name. The main character. I've never been like a fan of his. We can only pray that he does. A lot of arcs should be peak. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully they kind of put a lot of context to it. And he still didn't publish ODT. I was really hoping that he ends up doing that as a redundancy volume. I know they don't seem like they're too, like, from what I've heard, the publisher isn't like too into anything that's not around Rudius, but I hope that he does. I hope that he pushes for them to do it. If you want Subaru and Rudius on day one, which story changes more? Does it include Return by Death, or is it just the person? If it's just the person, I think the ReZero story would be botched to hell. I don't think Rudius would handle the same situation. Assuming that Rudius gets Return by Death when he goes to ReZero World, I think that he would give up quicker. Because Rudius, before he goes to the other world, is already very disconnected. The moment he arrived there, he would probably find a corner to hide. Because again, in even Mushoku Tensei World, Rudius is is stuck in his house the entire time. He doesn't even want to leave there. He's a shut-in. So if he transported into the middle of a city, he'd immediately find somewhere to try to hide. And I don't think it would really end well. He wouldn't actively chase after Emilia. For damn sure not. The story would just stop. Whereas I think if Subaru went to Mushoku Tensei World, I think he would be much more apt to, you know, diving into reading books about magic, learning magic, being able to have magic. He'd be so on board with that. Because, like, even in ReZero, Subaru is, like, you know, actively trying to learn magic, and he just finds out that, you know, his magic's a little different. This work can be toxic, so toxic, yeah. It's a lot of people with different opinions. That's fair, much Discord servers can get messy, yeah. I advise you to read the beginning after the end. I have read quite a bit of it, actually. I didn't read past the first season, but I read about the entirety of the first season before the show came out. She might not learn... And I wasn't really into it, to be honest. Subaru might not learn magic in Mushoku Tensei. I think he would. He was actively trying to learn it in ReZero. Ryu's a broken person. He either isolates himself somewhere in Luginica... Lugnik... Is it Luginica? Or gets murked real back. Yeah, I don't think he would last. And I don't think he would take death very well. I mean, it's surprising how Subaru takes it as well as he does. I mean, he doesn't take it well, but he does take it in strides compared to most people, I think. I hate how Discord in the area where people have to build a community, keep communities. It's such a bad platform with bad people. It is. Sure. I love your emotes, Nemo. I really do. The Discord is getting is dead soon. Yeah, it's eventuality. Reese would shag everything. He would not. He would not get lucky. All work made is Chili Sekai magic story. Yeah, it's pretty chill so far. I'm sure Subaru can learn magic. You also got to take in consideration the swap happens. We get original Rudius, 30-year-old fat version transported like it happened. That's true. Oh my gosh, because yeah, Subaru goes with his body. So Rudius would go with his actual body. Yeah, that would... he would not last very long. Oh man, I was just thinking like Subaru body over there. Yeah, that would be rough for him. Because again, a lot of Subaru's problem is not Subaru. A lot of Rudius's problem is his own appearance. He hates himself. Like he's disgusted by his own image. That's like whenever he goes into talking with the man god, he's like disgusted because he can see his old self. Oh, the ReZero and Latum Chibis. No, not yet. I am watching the ReZero ones, but I have not watched the Latum ones. How many shows you checked out since the last stream? Probably like 8, maybe. Probably not that many. I didn't really get much chance to watch much stuff over the last week. Not as good as last season, but still good. Hot take: Friends D tier. Bleh. Production budget is A here though. Yeah, hard to disagree, but that's fine. It's not for everybody. I'm fine with people not finding Friends story to be interesting. I find it to be extremely deep, but you kind of have to dig for it. Friends story is a lot to do with what you have to perceive from it. And I understand that a lot of people don't find value in that you have to perceive your own stuff. Because I've had cases where I watch stuff and people dig stuff out of it, and I go, I don't see it. I honestly don't see it. Last season was better, but I still have a mini anime that I'm really hyped for this season. Yeah, because we saw ReZero come back, so that's a big one. I like the girls' Street Fighter show too. Spring best for Common Bonton. Yeah, it was okay. Why does Mushoku Tensei manga get a new release every month? Because they're still working on it. The mangaka's still working on it. You should watch the Fail Villainous. It's good. Which one's the Fail Villainous one? Nothing near Common Botan. I'm watching 30 shows this season. Nice. Please link your previous videos to your reaction review on content Mushoku Tensei episodes. Please link your previous videos to your reaction review on current Mushoku episodes. What do you mean? We check out false memory. It looks like trigger coded. I think so, yes. The break and rezero has been jonesing. Also, still ball run back. Dude, no, we legit last week, I thought that rezero was coming back the first Wednesday of August. And I kind of find out it's like the second week. So like I was just completely in shambles when I found that out. You may happen to read a lot of them after Bookworm because English rezero novels are 16 volumes behind. That's true. I actually was considering doing Latum as well. I mean, if I can get to a point where I'm comfortable with getting an editor, I would totally love to do 2 books a week. I just can't do it by my own editing. Did the Emerson Shadow movie really already come out? Yes, I believe it did. Apologize for the repeated comments. It's all right. I'm usually pretty lenient for a while. I'm usually pretty lenient for a while. Unless there's a mod in the chat, then the mod might smack you before I do, and they're welcome to. But yeah, I'm usually pretty lenient. But he's atomic, right? Not claustrophobic in general. I feel claustrophobic in cars. Really? Is that what it is? Huh. Like a small vehicle? Like, because I have an SUV. I can see it being a small vehicle. I'm actually enjoying Tanya. Nice, nice. And Shadow gets me laughing to the point where I'm sore. Yeah, I've never cared much for him as a main character, unfortunately. Yeah, Image Shadow definitely gets me boring over time. Yeah, I have the same way. Like, at some point, it's like, I get the joke. I don't really need to see it anymore. I got the joke. Shadow, what's going on? Welcome to stream. Hope you're doing well. Is there still talk about Overlord this year next? I give up on Overlord at some point. Like, whenever it comes out, it comes out. I don't expect Overlord anymore. He has 1 spell. And this is weird after the return from Japan arc. Spoilers. Can you go up to the list and see the current status? Yeah. I also love Bobo too, though. Well, it depends on they pulled the same way or not. I mean, Subaru has gone insane a couple times from his death. Yeah. A lot of it's paranoia. A lot of it's really paranoia, which I think is interesting. Even a Subaru surviving Lagunica, having returned by death is his ability. For how long do you think it can take? Yeah, I don't think he would. I honestly think that ReZero story would completely be broken if it was Rudius. Because again, the reason why Rudius gets through what he does is because he's put in an environment where he's still safe. If Rudius goes to ReZero, he's immediately thrown in the middle of a group of people that will be hostile to him and not accept him. When Rudius is put into the Mushoku Tensei world, he's in a safe environment where people take care of him for a while. He feels safe, and eventually somebody that he trusts brings him out. So it's a step-by-step process in which he recovers from his shut-in nature and gets a moment to accept that he could do something more in this world. Makoto-sama, thank you so much for the club membership. I hope you guys enjoy those emotes before I change them. Enjoy the Mushoku Tensei emotes before I change them eventually. But thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. If everyone hasn't clocked me, click with me. Rewatch Season 3 comes out. You will rewatch it when Season 3 comes out? Yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. It's a lot of like self-reflection and isolation that kind of, and the character slowly coming out of that I really love. It's simple, but it requires a certain amount of maturity to actually understand the value. Yeah. And I think a lot of what Freeman is about loss, and I think for me it really hits hard because I've experienced certain types of loss that you kind of have those regrets. And it's a lot about regrets. Probably the older you are, the more Freeman resonates with people. I think so. Because I've run into a lot of people, young people that don't have... There was one particular person, I think in our Discord, or maybe it was somewhere else, maybe it's in the comment sections. I ran into a particular person that just, they did not want to like Farron. And I tried to, after a conversation with them, because it seemed like they legitimately wanted to engage with a conversation about why it doesn't work. At some point I found out that it was a lot to do with the fact that they've never experienced loss. And I think, and this is like early episodes, I think for somebody that has never experienced loss, that whole first episode makes no sense. There's a significant aspect of neglecting a connection with somebody, and then at some point regretting it. And then really on top of that, acknowledging the fact that they wanted to make a connection with you that you didn't accept. It hits different. And I think that when you run into somebody that has never really experienced the loss of a loved one, or even just in general somebody that is just an acquaintance, I don't think that there's a way that you can really connect with that. Like, what do you get in that first episode if you've never experienced loss? It doesn't make any sense. I don't think Fairwind has enough content for season 3 yet. Yeah, I'm not sure. I've been reading Fairwind alongside of it. I think Silver has a strong mindset than Ruiz. He does, yes. Ruiz is extremely broken when the series starts. Is it me, or is there a lot of hated characters by fan bases because of controversies? The level of grays any character gets in moments of writing. Is it me? Is there a lot of hated characters by fan bases? I don't think that there's a lot of hated. People are active. Social media encourages outrage, fabricated outrage. So it seems like there's a lot of outrage, but there's not really. A lot of it's just fabricated. Nobody really cares. I've realized this at some point. Nobody really cares. A lot of people are getting paid to act like they care, but nobody really cares. At some point, like even like the constant like weekly, oh my gosh, Mushoku Tensei is being attacked again. I just go whatever. None of it's real anymore. At some point you realize the dead internet theory is real, and it's not as much so bots. It's about people acting like bots. There's my new theory. It's not necessarily dead internet theory. It is legit dead human theory. Is where everybody acts like bots, and they're just constantly doing the same sequence of things every day they get online. They look for something to be upset about. They act like they're upset. They get their likes. They click their retweets and their like buttons. They go back to bed. It's not dead. For those that don't know, the dead internet theory is the idea that what we're engaging with in social media is nothing but bots. In a lot of cases, it's bots responding to bots. And so the idea there is that there's no human interaction anymore in social media. It's all bots. At least that's what I understand dead internet theory. But I believe that it's really just people that are just kind of wired in a skewed way to function in social media is now just reacting in autopilot. Bunch of brain rotted people. But I agree if everyone takes at least 2 watches to get both dialogue and scenes, yeah. Why do Japanese have so many shows out in the middle of the week? It's mostly Saturday. It's mostly Saturday, actually. Saturday and Sunday. Thousand Faces anime this season has been good so far. Heroine is regaining emotions and attachments. Only if Ida is here. High dive movies never come to Canada. Dude, that's like the whole like danger to my heart. Like nowhere near me. Like even for America, it sucks. I'm sorry. Side of the vehicle doesn't seem to matter for me, really. I just feel like how you should say it, kind of trapped. I can see that. A lot of parody anime turn out to be really bland, turn into things that they are parodying. Yeah, that's true. It's because I can say Rudia survives because he has a great supporting system into Paul, Zenith, and starters, and extends to so much more people and actively support him. Yeah, 100%. He got put in the perfect position. He got thrown into a loving family. Which he had technically a loving family before, he just didn't connect with them. And I think it was really kind of because he's forced to not be a shutting anymore, he's able to finally connect to people. It is surprising that Bruce doesn't immediately go into his room and lock himself up in the new world. Puck reads his thoughts. He gets if he meets Puck, If he even meets Puck, that would be wild. If Rudius meets Puck, that would be wild. Puck would just kill him. Puck would just kill Rudius immediately. That's great. The lesson of Mushoku Tensei is that people and emotions change. Oh, I love that comment, Krat. I love that comment. Farron takes out a lot of contextual analysis and reading into context. Yeah, 100%. It's just not something you can just kind of jump into and expect it to show you something. Farron has enough content for season 3. The problem is that Togashi likes hiatus. Farron's author is already taking. Yeah. I wouldn't say Farron requires a brain to enjoy. I think it just requires you to be in a mindset. It requires you to be in a mindset. A lot of people just don't care to do that. And I used to make jokes about it, but I don't really necessarily think like there's a problem with being like shonen brained. It's just more like I don't think you're a wrong person for enjoying shonen. To be a shonen bro isn't a bad thing. If you just want to turn on a show that's about people beating each other up, it's perfectly fine. Just don't feel that you're superior to other people just because you like shonens. I think that's where a lot of the conflict happens. Is you have people that like shonens, insulting things that aren't shonen. It goes both ways, basically. You can have people insulting shonen bros for enjoying nothing but shonens, and shonen bros hate things that seem pretentious to them. A little good life, that never had a bad day, usually are like that. Yeah, I can see that. You need to have an understanding of emotion. Yeah. Fern is very well written with complex subplots, delivered with an intentionally slow pacing and gives the reader a sense of time. Yeah, the sense of time was something that I really did appreciate it. Like, I love that sense of like how quickly things kind of go by her. The bringing of the two timelines kind of feels like a feeling of discovery for her. Yeah. I said without the top drawer production, it wouldn't work. My hot take. I think the production value sort of gives you something to look at while you're thinking. I think, yeah, because like that sense of time would probably be extremely boring if it didn't look good. There's definitely there's a value to the production values. The most glaring glaze versus hate example I have is the hate for Rudius and the ultra glazing of Aqua Oshinoko. I have never seen the side-by-sides of those. I have never seen the side-by-sides of those. I do think that people do sort of overlook things, for sure. Like, I was joking about, I think, last stream that I had somebody that was hating on Mushoku Tensei, and their avatar was Makima. And I'm like, dude, you hate Rudius because of what he is, but you're okay with having Makima as your profile picture? Like, are we not seeing what we're doing right there? Do we not know who the character is in your profile? Have you not watched and read that series? People like Aqua because he's hot. Right. Well, I mean, that was the argument that I made. I made this argument. When did I make this argument? I think it was in season 1. It may have been in season 2. At some point, I think I made it when I was doing the novel reading. I made the argument that if the main character Mushoku Tensei was a female, people would celebrate it. All you do is you swap Rudius with a, old woman that is down her life and shut up in a house and is maybe a little provocative and looking at, Prawn. And then she gets transported to another world as a new, daughter of this family and starts, hanging out with some boys and flirting with them, whatever, and being pervy at them. They would celebrate it. They would celebrate as a woman overcoming a society that looked down upon her. 100%. Mushoku Tensei would be the biggest seller in the West just by changing the gender. Twitter coded performative outrage 99% of the time. Yeah. I would say Rudius is pretty much emotionally weaker character. The whole Edie arc is proof that doesn't take much to break him, kind of. He is still kind of person that doesn't like himself. Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's not new. Brainless human theory. I'm not that bad yet. Yeah, that's the dead internet theory. Yeah, probably need to get out and walk around. Yeah. What's up, Brian? Hope you're doing well. Which I found it funny because people say that AI will take us. No, bro, it's actually already act like we already actually. Yeah. That's the sad reality. It's like technology's not going to destroy us. We're going to destroy ourselves because we're so lost. I think it's really by design. I think the social media companies, I don't think that we did it by design for the sake of ruining humankind, but I think algorithms and social media itself is designed to brain rot you. Don't go away. Stop. Don't look away. Keep looking at this stuff. NPCs acting like bots? No way. I know how horrible the internet has become since Elon Musk introduced profit for engagement. That's not Elon alone. It was already there. It legit's already there. There was already technically incentive structures in all social media. He didn't make it. There's no honest discussion anymore. Ray-baked fake stats and just plain so. He did sort of speed it up on social media. He definitely speeded up on Twitter X, but it's always been there. It's just before it was only big corporations that could actually function it. Only big corporations could have the check marks. Only big corporations could have the ad revenues. Only big corporations could have their names put forward on the algorithm. Now everybody has it. Andrew Tuesday as well. Tuesday as well? Forgot about High Dive. You also missed your thoughts on... I also missed your thoughts on Jadagar. Gonna check the VOD later. I love how the show might be Cecil Gym. Yeah, basically my thoughts on it so far is I've only watched a few episodes of it, and I really do like how they're making the setting itself. I like the character so far. I really like the guy. I forget what his name was. Blanked on his name. It has a really cool like sense of like being studious and learning things, the value of learning things to be prepared for what's to come. Very beautiful as well. Like animation is gorgeous. But yeah, it's definitely I wouldn't say it's necessarily a gym because I think Science Star already has it kind of put out there as being something that was promising. But it is really good. Everyone forgot about High Dive. We got like 1 or 2 shows this season. It's hard to remember them. Are you gonna watch Yome no Sugai? I am still watching it, yes. I haven't watched it as the core switched over, but yes, I'm still watching it. Don't see a lot of discussion happening with it in general. I don't think it's going to... I just don't think it's good. Like, I don't think it's that good. I unfortunately just don't think it's... I don't think Demons in the Shadow Realm is a good show. I legit went an entire core waiting for something to happen that's gripped me, and it hasn't yet to do it. It's just not interesting. Is there a way to join the Discord? No. It's locked up, and I don't know if I'm gonna reopen it. I think Puck wouldn't be mad at Rudy, really. I mean, it's a good discussion to have. Rudy's a bad person, but he isn't evil. By many people's accounts, he's dangerous. I don't feel that's problematic to say. With the images that he's looking at when he's stopped by his brothers and sisters, yes, be seen by a lot of people as being very dangerous. There's no reason to dance around that. He's not a good person when he's transported. Burn doesn't require so much as a brain to enjoy. It requires maturity mostly. I think maturity is a key word there. Yeah, like experience. I think it requires experience in a way. No, my username has no relation to Fern Purple Heritage. I thought it was Fur light novel or something like that. Furl. Is it Furl? Sunny Boy needs brains. Lol. No, I think Sunny Boy is overly complicated. I think, in my opinion, you say JK on there, obviously, but Horimiya is shonen and I love it. I do. Yeah, I do. I 100% agree. Ram, I love how horny Kurt is. What's also random? What the hell? Subaru lived in the world of 2 years and reduced live. Subaru lived in a world of 2 years and reduced lived and Rudius lived in for more than 17 years in the third season. Yeah, true. There's a big difference in time. A and B is the same, it's just like only one. I never liked Makima. Is it Makima or Makama? Makima, isn't it? Am I saying her name wrong? Aqua has a hot perverted doctor. Thus, Aqua was a hot perverted doctor. thus, ooh. Rudius was a fat hikikomori pervert. Thus, ooh. Aqua was a hot perverted doctor. Ooh. Oh my gosh, you got me to say it. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Wait, are you saying Mushoku Tensei haters are mostly hypocrites who wouldn't have thought? Who would have thought, right? I just think people are selective, like have selective like hearing when it comes to like moral values. Rules for thee, not for Mushoku Tensei. Or no, rules for Mushoku Tensei, not for anything else. I have a minor spoiler for Rare. Don't say it. Don't say it. Sorry I'm late. Hey, John. How's everyone? How are you, Andrew? Came here just to listen to Ghost in the Shell OP. So good. Same guys that did JJK Season 3 and Part 1. Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. But yeah, I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well. Besides Chainsmoker Cat, I love smoking behind the supermarket. Oh no, identity politics. Yeah, they have no problem with that. John, I don't really like shonens and haven't gotten to Frieren, other slow pace slice of life anime, and I love them a lot more. Yeah, so it's the pacing that doesn't really bother you with Frieren then. Old lady really into BL gets isekai'd. Online people would love it. Yeah. Every time there's a woman IRL, dudes are like, it should have been me. Yeah, it's like the whole teacher thing. Like the teacher sleeps with the kid, and like the guys are like, "Oh man, I wish that was my teacher." Is that whole BS? If you change the gender of Hahari and Rentaro, it might start a war on. Oh my god, dude! Oh my god! If Hahari was an old dad, and Rentaro was a schoolgirl, oh my god, dude! That would end the internet. Yeah, that fan created Rinjo. Yeah, I do like was it Rudiko? The Rudiko design's really good. I mean, it's even in the anime. My Iron Mouse mat came in a Frieren box. So Iron Mouse must be the next season of Frieren. Yes. We even see the anime in 100 Girlfriends where the hyper aware of the little cousin being censored, but just after they get, before they don't bother about the older ladies with him, teacher, director. That is true. They were talking about how like the board would like be upset at the idea of him getting with his cousin, and legit they have another teacher show up the next episode. Another 24-year-old teacher showing up. Hana being protagonist of 100 Boyfriends, dude, that'd be great. Just this rich dean. Getting with all these boys. That would be so bad. That would be so bad. Nothing too bad. I had a good birthday. Also, who's last week Wednesday. Still my. Somebody stole your Xbox. Not able to. Still my Xbox and not able to use it. So I'm behind on anime. So I don't know. Doing okay. Hi, but. How are you? How are your family? Doing good, Brian. I'm glad you had a good birthday party. I know that was a little bit of struggle for you, but I'm glad you had a good time. Algorithm was made to grab your attention. They also forgot to hates to grab more attention than love. True. It gets more engagement. Shock gets more engagement. But yeah, I don't get people saying a whole lot about the reincarnation of memories. Making you an adult. Like if they knew it, would they still think it's the same? Like, not a real thing, but can really think about normal world, but realistic. We don't reincarnate, and so you think and think that would be correct in a world where they can reincarnate. I think that's like sort of a big question mark there. Like if you found out tomorrow that you were 40 years old in another world before you came to this world, does that mean that you can't really ever have a relationship ever again? I mean, it's obviously you're creating sort of like an extreme there, but that's really the question mark that it brings up. Sandra or whoever does that, chime in. What are some of your best websites for viewing anime besides Crunchyroll? I don't know what YouTube's policy is on bringing that kind of stuff up, so I don't know that I can really necessarily say. You did not just say that? I did. A Great Demons is not that interesting, so. Like, I'm still watching it. Yeah, it's a lot of it has to do with the fact that I really love Full Metal Alchemist. I know Ocean Vale. Yeah, Ocean Vale's one. Everyone liked the show. What's going on, John? I'm not saying Rudy is a good person. He starts as a bad person, but he isn't evil at heart. I mean, again, it's the whole question mark. What is evil and what is bad to you? He died because he sacrificed his own life to save three strangers. No truly evil person would do that. I think there is an element of him reacting that subconsciously, yeah. Demons reminds me of a parallel fairy tale, Farmington. Oh, yeah, that's true. That is a good comparison there. It's like fairy tale to the other show. 100%. A religious combination of a plant, fern, and natural Lagorithm? Okay, I see it. Okay, I get it. I get you. I'm following you now. So I could just call you Fern, though. Disagree. It's not overcomplicated. I don't agree with that thing. And about the image looking, what's canon, though? Because it happened in the web novel, but Refugian retconned it in the light novel. What do you mean? I mean, it's still the niece. Either way, it's still the niece. Where the niece was changed, but it's still his niece. If that answers your question, it's canon that it's niece. It's just where she was at is different. Yeah, I wanted to get the demons. Probably won't pick it back up. Since subconsciously I remember Ghost in the Shell, the movie, the anime, enjoyable, finding it very interesting. The movie and the anime is so different. That's what's funny. I mean, it's the same story beats, but like the mood's so different. I love them both. Yeah, it makes sense. My go-tos are already gone. I call it selective sensitivity, right? Gotta go. Have a great day, everyone. Take care, Pete. Thanks for dropping by. Hey, is there one Discord link somewhere? I tried to find one, but it was expired. Yeah, it's gone. I hated all my teachers. I had just one teacher I liked. I think from what I remember, I only had one teacher that I actually liked. All the rest of the teachers, either I didn't care about, they didn't care for their job, and they didn't really treat their job respectfully, or I just didn't like them. I never had a teacher that I liked, probably for the best. I don't want to read too much of that. What the fan art? Shut up. I don't trust you with the fan art. I'm not gonna read too much of that. It's kind of funny. There's so many shows this season with moral gray areas. There is a lot in this season. Yes, I agree. Let's be 100% honest. If Rudius wasn't ugly, at least half of his aunties wouldn't be complaining. Right. I mean, because you just bring up his picture and like, this is a creepy dude. I have an idea. A person is born to another world but has no memories of their race, age, or gender, but they have a knowledge of the military, science, engineering, Libar? Where's it at? I don't have it readily available. I was gonna pull it up here. Here, I'll do this. Libar? I don't even know where. I don't know where it's at. I don't know where it's at. I will introduce you to Grimgar of the Fantasy and Ash. I mean, it's sort of. It's sort of. I don't know the details of it because I haven't read too far into the novel series, but at least from the anime's perspective and a little bit more, and again, the novel that I've read so far, it gives a sense that they know they're from another world. They just don't know about their past life. So, a guy starts carving, a plane, and he doesn't know what it really is. So it's sort of the same thing. I don't know how much they get into it, and if they end up actually recalling stuff to use, but they don't seem to get a sense about their past life. But yeah, that sounds actually pretty cool. What is the last season? Twitter will go... Wait for the last girlfriend season. Wait, the last girlfriend this season. Okay, Twitter will go crazy. Gotcha. I'm guessing it's the massage girl. Because, I mean, she was already in the first... They already showed everybody in the first episode. Do you think that that's a good idea? I'm forgetting what that question is for. Gotta go. Take care. What the fan art. Thanks for dropping in. Thank you so much. Oh, and hydrate. Thank you so much, man. Don't say it. They will close it. Crunchyroll got the worst possible user interface, and they somewhat managed to make it worse after every update. I agree and disagree. It's not that bad, but they do make it worse. High Dive made theirs much worse, their last update. Crunchyroll went from great to okay to unusable. I don't find it unusable. I don't get that much. Tenjin, are you watching Clevitas? Yes, I love it. I love Clevitas. It's, yeah, up here in A. I'm still using it and I'm okay. Right? Masochist. I am reading the OG Ghost in the Shell manga before I start the new show. Nice. You get to see all the uncensored naughtiness in it, too. What was they changed in the way that made it, what was changed... What was changed was the way it was made. In the web novel, he deliberately set up a spy cam. In the new one, he just saw that one of the memory cards lying around. He took it in a whim. Right. I mean, right, but that's not really... You know where the problem is, right? That's not the problem. It's what he's doing with it. Can we agree that it's not the problem as where he got it? It's what he's doing with it. I hate Crunchyroll shit with the OVAs showing up in the end. I can never really tell. The new Slime episode is out. Was the same issue with Doctor Stone. I've never had a problem with. I usually look at the schedule, so I guess that's the odd thing there. And most of my stuff is through torrent distribution. I have a sub and everything, but I usually just get it through the torrent distribution. Which we'll see how long I can do that. Hated no teacher. I ignored most of them and acted like they didn't exist. I threw the whole timeline. Yeah, it was like my fourth year teacher, 4th grade teacher was like one of my only teachers I really like. I even for Halloween, as my little fourth grader self, I dressed up as my teacher. That's how much I like that teacher. Yes, I dressed up like a woman. It's like hidden lore about my young self. I went to my grandma's house and I got an outfit that looked like my teacher, and I dressed up as my teacher for Halloween. It was great. I didn't wear high heels though. I did not wear high heels. I don't think even she wore high heels. She was like an old lady. But she was great. She was like one of the few teachers that like actively made sure that you understood what you were learning and was very attentive to every single student. Like, she cared about what she was doing. I don't remember really many teachers that were like that. Most of them were they were 9-to-5ers. Like, they came here, they did their job. They didn't want to go the extra mile. They didn't want to teach the stuff. They just said, open your pages to this is what you're learning. You're going to have a test. The ones that actually cared about educating us? Yeah, 100%. The dog is out. Man, I wish they had to continue the anime Grimgar. 100% agree. Anime was not interesting to me. You didn't like Grimgar? Really? I liked it. It was like a slice of life isekai. Like, it was brutal. Like, there's no, like, overpowered main characters. Everybody's, like, struggling just to get soap. Yeah, it's top 5. It's a top 10 for sure for me. I'm not sure if it's top 5. It might be top 5. Maybe light novel's better. I think the light novel's going to be 100% better. So far, what I've read, it is 100% better. Like, for those that watch the anime, really early on, when they first arrive there, they immediately go to the guild, and they start getting stuff from the guild. Already in that scene, so much skip content. Like, I was reading, and I get to that part, I'm like, holy crap. This is like, they talked about a lot of stuff here. Like in the anime, they go in there, they get their badges or whatever, their guild cards, and they're going off to training montage. Grimgar was awesome. Some bum. Dude, the art style was so good, dude. Grimgar's art style was so good. Yeah, Last Girlfriend will be hilarious. Oh, counting the slots. Okay, I got you. I read 14 volumes of Grimgar. Is pretty good. Never gets boring, but gets weird. Still no answers about past life. Interesting. Yeah, I have... I think I have all what's currently released, which is what... 19 volumes? I think it's 19 volumes. Might be 20 volumes that I have so far. Do you think that Subaru, if in the Mushoku Tensei world, without the risk of death, would spiral down in his hero mentality and would just make things bad for people? I'm not curious. That would take some thinking. I'm not really sure which direction Subaru would really go. Because obviously Subaru, as we know in the anime, again, this is anime only. Subaru, that we know in the anime, he has regrets about how he left his family, but it wasn't like it was a really bad. There's a lot of parallels between Rudius and Subaru when it comes to the relationship with the parents. They both are kind of closed off from their parents, but I think Subaru is obviously not as far gone as Rudius. They both hate themselves, but everything that Subaru is with his previous life when it comes to his own relationship with himself and his family is like a million times worse with Rudius because Rudius was in it for so long. Like, I think there's an argument to be made that Subaru is an early stage Rudius. If he was at home for a little bit longer, he probably could have ended up like Rudius. So I kind of wonder how he would connect with Paul and Zenith. I think he would be changed by them in a way, and potentially for the better. But I don't know what direction he would go after leaving the home. I mean, the displacement incident's still going to happen. He's still going to be transported, and I think you can make the assumption that he would still potentially meet Rijerd. Yeah, that would take a lot of thinking. This is a long discussion that we could probably have an entire live stream to talk about. Make a live stream discussion. What would happen if Subaru went to Mushoku Tensei World? Just like map out the entire story of everything that happens. It might get into Mushoku Tensei spoilers though. That might get into novel series spoilers though. I wish I could give us Clevitas videos, but I guess it's one of those you don't have much to say. Just enjoy it. I haven't been actively analyzing it, so it's more difficult for me to talk about it. I would like to do a rewatch and then do some analysis of it, but not currently in the schedule is really what it is. Something that's often been overlooked is how Subaru was forced to change fast because of how brutal the ReZero world was. Yeah. I've used a couple of Sail High Seas streaming sites, and it's insane. The user interface is usually so much better than user interface in multi-billion companies. Yeah, if you have ad blockers on. Anybody else watching Dora-san? I've been laughing out loud. Seems like it has a lot of potential to create some fake outrage. Is that this one? This one? I haven't seen it yet. I watched the other gag one that's horror related, which is this one. What are your thoughts on Nya being targeted by governments? I don't think it's Nya. I thought it was specifically users on it. Because Nya is it's kind of like Pirate Bay. Nya itself isn't a... Okay, go back here. It's good. It's a good headliner, but Nya itself is just like any other torrent service like Pirate Bay. They aren't necessarily the ones providing it. It is users. And so there's some protections to the website. Nya has never been targeted, nor is it being technically targeted. It's just that they're looking at users on that specifically that are uploading things. It's just Nya is a tool within it. Nya has always been known by the government. Nya has always been known by these companies. It's just now finally a user on it could potentially being targeted. Anyways. But no, I haven't looked at the actual article, so I'm going based on briefly what I understand about what's going on there, so keep that in mind. That's my take on it. I look forward to the next part of Arc 6 of ReZero and the anime. I think everyone will love it. Nice, nice, nice. I had to dress up like... Tell us more. No, stop. I had to dress up like a woman as a senior football for homecoming, and I won the pageant. Nice. Rem Forest, you must look cute. The cheerleaders wear the ones that ones to dress in the seniors football players because they want what to do. Because we don't know what to do, and I accidentally ripped one of my prom dresses. Oh man. Hopefully they take it well. Hopefully they took it well. Interesting, Grimgar is distributed by 2 different companies in the U.S. J Novel Digital and 7 Seas Physical. Really? I didn't know that. Late Stage Rudy, the worst diagnosis. Right. Late Stage Rudy. It's pretty different from the one transported and other reincarnation of Rudius has his childhood to change. Yeah. There's a buffer there. There's an obviously buff. There's a massive buffer there. Hi, Andrew, first time seeing one of your live streams. I loved Grimgar. Have you tried Red River? The manga is really good, but the anime is leaving out so much context. And yeah, I haven't yet to watch it. Cool things. ReZero and Mushoku Tensei did a crossover. Same with Konosuba. I've been reading so many of the side stories, but I don't care much for the non-canon stuff. Might be fun if anyone is interested. Thanks, man. I haven't been called cute in 8 bits. I mean, you brought up the fact that you won a pageant. I imagine you look cute. Look cute in the dress. I dressed up as a woman too in high school, but being 6'7" doesn't. Could you look? They call me a transformer. I don't know if that's something that you should be proud about. Optimus Prime in that dress. We're finally caught up, chat. We're finally caught up. I can finally start doing some of these shows. We're only what, 2 hours in the stream? Yeah, we're like an hour and 40 minutes. We're finally doing some tier listing. Like I said before, I don't really have too much tier list because I've been I have no excuse this week. I've been slacking on watching shows. So, but I did watch some shows. I didn't watch this yet. I started watching Trapped in a Dating Sim, Life is Tougher Mob Season 2. Shrug. I mean, we finally had it. They finally put a confirmation in there about the idea of his relationship with the Saintess. Which, again, we kind of got a sense of that was the case in the first season. I hate the new art. I've always hated the art. I've always hated the art of this one. Like, the novel's so damn good. Just to give people some context here that are not in the loop here. This is the anime's key art, and it doesn't look like this. It actually looks way worse in the anime. But this is the character designs and whatnot in the anime. Up here's a better example here. The light novel, the source material, is so good. Like, the artwork in the light novel is actually unique looking, has a great hair design and whatnot. But the anime is, like, super blah. And their face structure is blah. And like I said, the anime is even worse. Like, the actual it in animated format is worse, but it is what it is. 100 minutes. Yes. Thanks for counting the minutes, Church. Thanks, Church. Anyways, it's okay. Like, I think the writer's good at being random. So if you like shows where it gets random, like we went down this cave, we found this structure, this crazy like lab where the elves think that they're like the originers of the human race and thus they're above the human race, but then the AI jumps in and says, no, actually, bro, it's the humans that made the elves, and so they're the superior ones. And then like suddenly, like, they get in a big shooting magic fight, and then suddenly they get out of there and they grab their prize, but the prize ends up being like some weird like biological glove, and then suddenly the AI sees the glove and gets crazy and starts sparking everywhere, and then suddenly the ship gets controlled and shoots a laser down to blow up the lab. It's so random. Like, legit, the writer for Otome is Tougher Mob, and he was the same in the Intergalactic show. The writer's just random. Like, he just throws everything in there. Like, it's a fantasy Otome game with mecha plot lines and, like, elves. Like, he just puts everything in his shows. He's super random. Like, it's ad-libs the anime. It's legit ad-libs the anime. It's just bleh. It's like a low C. It's fine. Art and development teams are hard to keep anime looking good. Yeah, a lot of them just kind of decide to go with something generic because it's a lot of, like, they can throw it to any animators and animators can do it. Whereas, like, KyoAni and stuff like that, they have to have, like, in-house staff that can kind of keep to a design. And then you have to have a director that's willing to kind of make the checks to say, no, this doesn't look like the character designs. Like, you have to have a director that's actively involved, that makes sure that everybody is staying on point and everybody's keeping to the designs and whatnot, not changing a lot. Yeah, it's been a weird anime. Anime is the same guys who did Smartphone. I still like it. Yeah. When they first came animated, they looked good, but then they got another animation team. Suddenly it has a different art style. Yeah. I don't know that I've watched this show. It doesn't look familiar. There might be some of these shows where I watched it and I just don't remember it. Like, I watched a few shows last night before I passed out, and I don't even remember how much I watched of it. I think it was this show. The level, is it the level 999 villager or something like that? I think it was this show that I finally passed out last night. And I don't remember how much I watched. Like, the guy is like, it's a world full of people with, like, different classes and whatnot. And you can be, like, heroes and sages and stuff like that. And the main character is a villager. And that's, like, the weakest. If you're a status villager, you're just like an NPC. But he goes out and, like, he levels up to level 999. And, like, he ends up bumping into, like, the hero and the sages. And ends up stopping them from killing the daughter of the demon lord. And then he claims that he knows the demon lord. And she's trying to create, like, peace between the demons and the humans. It's getting into a subplot where it's about a lot to do with, like, the two sides not fighting each other. Like, creating peace between the two sides. But there's obviously people that are at work trying to cause conflict between the two of them. And he's constantly trying to keep the hero from believing that he's actually in cahoots with the demon lord. And he just wants to make money. So he keeps chucking boars at dragons and making money shower like crazy. I find the main character to be unlikable. I think my biggest problem with level 999 is that I don't like the main character. He's like the most I don't want to be here main character I've ever seen. Like, he just does not want to be on the show. Like, the show is about him. He's massively overpowered, but he doesn't want to be in a show about himself. It's such a blah show. It's such a blah show. Which sucks because I think the girl is now Toyama, isn't it? I think the girl's now Toyama, isn't it? I need to bring up search, right? No, not search. It's gonna be No, I think the search is right. Let me bring it over here so I can full size it. Can I full size it? Yeah, this works. This works. 2026 summer. Yeah. Yeah. Where is he at? Right here. It is. I knew it was her. I knew it was her. That sucks. It's a show with Nao Toyama and I don't want to watch it. She's the cute demon girl. What other shows is she in this season? Is that legit the only one? Oh, she's Angelica over here. Oh my gosh, she's the girl that's everybody's making art of right now. I forgot that she's Lutka. Jeez. It's not worth it, though. It's like the show's not worth it. I'm not watching the show for that. I'm sorry. It's so boring. Anyways. The Villager is meh. Started good, but drifted to meh. God, tell me when it gets to Kaiju Girl, it's so cute. What's up, Earthly? Just saying hi, trying to catch up on the season as well. Dude, it's rough. I'm probably just gonna dump a whole bunch of stuff after the stream. Like, it's rough keeping up on this stuff. 999 levels of meh. I have 999 levels and one is meh and none is meh. And it's all meh. Sorry. Anyways, that joke died. I haven't watched this one yet. I kinda want to, but I probably won't. I don't know that I'm gonna watch the Elusive Samurai. I don't know that I'm gonna watch the new season. I wasn't really liking the first season. I kind of want to watch just for the artistic value of it, because the team that worked on the first season, I'm assuming, is a similar team to the second season. A lot of very creative people behind it. But I don't know that I have the time to watch something just for pure artistic value right now. Like, there's a show about the tomboy. Yeah, it's Tomboy Friend. Wow, skipping Elusive Samurai. Right. Deal it. Right. What? Bleach, I haven't watched the new season, the new episode yet, but I have seen lots of clips of it, and I do need to watch it. The first episode with Bleach was good. I wonder why, Rem Forest. What possibly could have been good in that first episode? Meow. Meow. Yes, I've seen the clips. I've seen the clips. I was tempted to clip it myself, but I think plenty of people have clipped it, so I didn't need to. Wrong Bear is cute, wholesome, and a few chuckles. Worth watching. Is it? I will. I give everything a shot at some point. Mine be take, but I want to love you till your dying day more than Kaiju Girl. Both solid, very good a show now. I'm loving Kaiju Girl a lot more than Love You Till Your Dying Day. They're both good. They're both good, but I like Kaiju Girl a lot more. I'm intrigued by I Love You Till Your Dying Day, but I think the characters are blah. Kaiju Girl is, I like the characters a lot. And I'm hopeful the overall plot line is going to be good. It's hinting at things. I'm not sure if it's actually going to deliver on it. It could just be a cute show, but I'm hopeful that there's actually going to be a good story there. Or if anything, just sort of just getting into moral conundrums. Because Kaiju Girl has sort of, that I've seen so far, has hinted at the idea of her potentially not being in control of herself. That there being a deep-rooted desires within her that could overtake her. Which could be cool. We'll see, though. I don't recognize this. I don't know if I watched this. What is this? What is this? I recognize it, though. The Cat and the Dragon. No, I did not watch The Cat and the Dragon. Did not watch. I think I've watched some of the first episode, but I don't think I watched it. I don't have enough to talk about it anyways. Has a lot of potential. I am really liking what I've watched so far, which I think is watched 3 episodes, question mark. I think I've watched 3 episodes so far, and I really like what I'm watching so far. I like what I'm watching. I like what I've seen so far. For those who don't know, it's about like all these court ladies, and they're all like vying for the prince. And there's one that's like the most like beloved by the prince so far. And there's a jealous one that really wants to take her place, and she attacks her during one of their little ceremonies, pushes her off the balcony, and as she's falling to her death, she ends up appearing into the body. So you have like the villainous girl that is jealous, and you have the girl that has the prince's heart. They body swap. And so now this girl that was having the prince's heart is now inside this really nasty girl's body, who's now in prison, is about to be executed. But she's happy. Why? Because her old body was very frail and always like near death. And so now that villainess who thinks that she's got the prince in the bag now is now having to live in this frail body and is constantly like in death's bed. But it's mostly focusing so far on this girl that had the prince's heart, that was always trapped in a room and frail, now being in a very despised person's body and sort of just like rebuilding from the ground up. And obviously a lot of people are kind of shocked because now she's kind of, she's really nice. She's no longer this nasty villain. And she's making the best of everything, even though she's like exiled to like the outer edges of the palace and like this basically crop fields. They pushed her in this area that was like literally crop fields and this little shack that's run down. But I like it so far. I think I love the main character. I'm mixed on the villain though. They're sort of implying the idea of her having a redemption. I think it could be good, depending on how they handle the villainess and how she sort of corrects her path potentially. Could be good. But it also has sort of a rezero element where they can't say that they've been swapped. Like their throat stops the moment they try to say anything. So there's sort of a forced measure to keep them from being able to reveal anything. But it's been good so far. I've actually been enjoying it. I'll put it A. I'll put it like high A. Like it's up here with Clevitas, I think. Yeah, it does look really good too. Dogokopa's doing a good job. Just like Mama's here. It's got a same, yeah, the setting's similar. Yes. Or not Raven the Inner Palace. The hell's that other show? The Raven Knows, whatever. I think I'm watching 20 plus anime this season. Woo. Executed for your own murder. Right? There's a little bit of oddity there. Being executed for your own murder. Sometimes it be like that. Yeah, that's just another Saturday for some folks, right? Sounds like Ursula from Little Mermaid. Yeah. It gets better when she gets out of prison. Yeah, I like it. Bleach is good, S tier. I like the first episode of Bleach more than all the previous seasons. Don't know why, really. Maybe a cat? Cat and Dragon is good. My slice of life of the season. Mixed on the villainous because the body swap shenanigans. I need all the shows to finish their seasons so I can watch them. Or you usually wait and binge. Knock out every season and I'm running low. You knocked out all the seasons? Nice. All Works Made. It's fine. It's like this girl that like she is getting away from her previous life and she like changed her appearance and runs away and becomes a maid, and she's always dreamed of the day that she can become a maid, and so she becomes like the best maid ever. She has like duplicating spell, like she can like make duplications of herself because she has like massive OP abilities, and she just does maid jobs really well. And she ends up helping this one girl out that's like, she's sent to go at this one town and her parents screwed up and she ended up in some rundown mansion and she has no clue how to take care of herself. The only maid that was there is this old lady and she hurts herself. So she comes in there and basically saves her life. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's like a C. It's alright. It's fine. I got kind of bored after a while watching it. She's like an OP maid. Just think OP isekai, but as maid. Damn, might be right. Of my stuff, yeah, I binged full seasons and I've watched most of the Crunchyroll library, so I'm waiting on a new season to finish. Nice, nice. There's a lot of good movies coming out right now. I still gotta watch the Dragon Maid movie. The Demon Slayer movie finally came out, so I can finally watch the damn Demon Slayer movie. It's never been available around here. And I still gotta watch the Danger of My Heart movie. So I got like 3 movies to watch right now. May is an OP made too, right? I haven't watched the Old Man the Oni show. There's like a lot of old man shows. There's a lot of old man shows right now. Like we have Smoking Behind the Supermarket. We have the Oni guy right here. What was the other old man show that I haven't watched yet? Is it in this list? I ran into another show about an old man. Where's it at? Unless the guy gets turned into a young guy and thus he's not in the PV or the key art. There's another old man show somewhere else. It's a season of old man guys. Technically, this guy was this one. I think it's this one. The one where he's like he fought for 10 years or something like that. And then he ends up de-aging. I think it's that show. That one's technically he's old as well. It's a season of old farts. And yeah, we have Country Bumpkin to Master Swordsman. That's an old fart show. It's a season of old farts. Yeah, he drains life and he gets younger because of it or something like that. That one was okay. That one was actually okay. I kind of liked it. But I will admit that after a couple episodes, I'm already kind of like, it's gotten old already. Like, it always has me early on, like, okay, cool, let's see what this show does with the whole OP in the first episode trope. And then, like, okay, he's just Sugoi. All right, cool, next. But it was funny because, like, it opens up with him, like, holding the line for his 2 bros, like, the other 2 party members. He holds the line as, like, this portal's opening to, like, the demon world. And he's like fighting endless like hordes of monsters. At some point, he even fights the demon lord who has already resurrected, and he realizes after like doing his OP abilities that anything that's used on him he masters, and he apparently mastered a drain from one demon, and so he's able to use drain ability to drain his energy back, and he also has the ability to puppeteer himself. Like he has a puppeteer ability. And so whenever he needed to sleep, he would use puppeteering on himself so that he would keep fighting. So he's literally fighting for 10 years. By every night, he would literally puppeteer himself and then fall asleep while his body is still fighting. It was so stupid. Like, it was just the dumbest little opening. And then again, it just turns into him being OP. Shrug. Just shrug. It is like, okay, cool, shrug. I mean, from overshadowed to overpowered is a show of this old man who's reincarnated as a young man. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of, because I didn't watch far into it. I just know it opens up with like an old man. Copy a null magic or OP in all anime. No, appraisal skill is always the most OP ability. Appraisal skills. I think it gets better. The Frontier show has Nao Toyama as a supporting character. Was it the one that we were talking about earlier? This one right here? No, that was the level 999 one. What's the Frontier one? I thought we just looked at Nao Toyama, and I didn't see anything else. Why is appraisal always it's not OP? It's just whatever. The joke is that there's so many series that appraisal is seen as the weakest, but they always end up using it in some way that makes it overpowered. That's why appraisal's OP. It's a trope that it's the weakest, but yet it's overpowered. What else did I actually watch? I don't think I watched much of this to have an opinion. I don't think I watched really any of that. I don't remember. What is that one? The World's Strongest. Yeah, no, I haven't watched that one yet. No, I know what that one is. I have not watched that one yet. I don't think I watched much of that. I watched that one. Yeah, I think I watched that one. Yeah, that was the... Oh my gosh, it's all blending together. There's so many shows that are so similar. It's all it's all blending together in my brain. So this is a girl was set to marry the prince, spots him with some other dude or some other chick, and then she Okay, I have words. It opens up with it's an okay anime so far. I'm just gonna say that it's an okay anime so far. It opens up with her being like she's a brilliant woman. Like she's extremely brilliant. I think she has like an entire business empire that she's already building up from the get-go. She's set to marry the prince. At some point, she sees the prince with some other chick, and it's great because she confronts the chick and she's like, "Look, it's fine. Just be careful. Like, don't do that kind of stuff in public, whatnot. Like, you can be a part of the harem." Like, she's perfectly open to it. She's like, "Yeah, cool. I mean, all princes have like mistresses and stuff like that. It's cool. Whatever. Just like be careful about it. Like, you don't step out of line and whatnot." It ends up turning in her basically manipulating the prince to get at her, and they do the whole ballroom scene where he confronts her in front of the ballroom and exiles her, and she ends up escaping off into another kingdom where there she's developing like a new empire there, and she seeks to get revenge and to crush the kingdom that she came from. Shrug. But it starts out pretty good. Like it's a decent show so far. I probably put it in the B area. I like the main chick. She's like super smart. She's not like a great and interesting personality. And I think it's probably the hang up that I have is that I'm not entertained by her as a character. But she's smart. She's smart. And plus she has like an OP ability that allows her to like do anything. It's similar to, if I remember correctly, it's similar to this guy. Like she can do anything that she sees. So she's already got an OP ability from the get-go. It is the Frontier Lords begins from 0 subjects. That was a really good show. Slow at first. Yeah, was that the title of it? There's so many damn shows. I don't care to remember titles anymore. A Vivid Lady's Guide to Getting Even. How I Crushed My Homeland with My Mighty Grimoires. My Mighty Grimoires. Wow, this this show page has nothing in it. They got like 2 arts from the light novel and everything else is blank. Nobody wants to update the database for this show. Who's all watching this? And it's got 17,000. It's not bad. Yeah, she doesn't overuse it. Like she used like hypnotism and stuff like that to kind of get what she needs to get out of the place. She could punch a hole in a wall because you can. Yeah, this is a good show. Slow at first episode, but gets way better once she moves to the second town. Yeah. It's more darker than thought it would. It is more darker than I thought it would be. I haven't gotten to it being dark yet. Is there a manga you really want to be adapted into an anime, such as Suicide Girl? I don't think so. I think at some point I was pretty open to the idea of Inside Mari potentially having something done, but they'd have to be very careful with it. Because I think Inside Mari is an incredible show or story, but it's also really nasty. So it would have to take somebody with very special care to touch that one. Homelander. I think Vivid Lady would be more interesting if she wasn't OP. Yeah, true. Vivid Lady is Timu book. What? What? I like the Caretaker anime. I think it is cute. And still from Kazuma, and let's see her be OP again. It's true. Honestly, on this one, not on this list, since it's summer anime lineup. I only know of one F tier anime. What? What? What anime? I haven't watched the Caretaker one though yet. I've watched some of the first episode, but I haven't watched much of it. I don't know that I'm going to care much for it. I don't really care much for these types of shows, but we'll see. This show, what was the actual name? God dang it. What was the name of it? I think the Japanese name and the English name are like really different, if I remember correctly. Oh my gosh, where's it? There it is. Let's go, Kaikigumi. I actually like this show. It's not great. Don't get me wrong. It's not great. But I do like it. The concept here is like this guy is like always afraid of ghosts. Like he's super paranoid of ghosts. Like even at some point, like his friend tells him like there's this ghost in this one alleyway that when you see it, you shit your pants or something like that. So the moment he thinks that he's gonna run to something, he immediately pulls out his pants because he's afraid he's gonna shit himself. But yeah, he runs into this Mechiko, and Mechiko is like the new lead to like this organization that literally their whole goal is to create stories about ghosts and whatnot to scare humans. And then our main character immediately realized that, oh yeah, it has been a while since there has been really like a lot of like really good stories and whatnot coming out about like ghosts and stuff. And so yeah, come to find out this new leader is not doing a proper job at it, or at least they're not really doing very well anymore. So he decides to help her by finding out what's going to be scary or not. And it's really just kind of turning into them running into different types of ghosts and whatnot and telling about them and sort of poking fun at them. Like the whole concept of there being like 13 steps at a school, like one of those 7 wonders, the 13 steps, and when you step on the 13th one, it drags you off to hell. They're like pointing out the absurdity of it. Like this doesn't make any sense. Like how would you know that there's a 13th step that drags you to hell when people that step on it get dragged to hell? Like it's pointing out the absurdity of like a lot of the ghost stories and whatnot. And I've actually really liked it. I mostly like Mechiko. Mechiko's just kind of an oddity. Like she's super creepy, and he points it out, and she really gets upset about it because she obviously she's self-conscious about her looks. When you don't think that she should be self-conscious. But it's dorky. Like at some point she gets fed up and she's like, I'm just gonna shit right here. And he's like, no, I haven't shit yet, or something like that. It's just, it's kind of one of those ones where they randomly bring up the stupidest stuff, like randomly. Actually, not this list, since somewhere the angel need caretaker. The strongest tank labyrinth raids. Strongest tank labyrinth raid. I think I remember that one. Guys, blanking on like when a season ends, my brain like locks up a lot of the stuff. So if it's a bad show, I probably locked it up. Toner needs a anime Furry Planet on the Apes, but from the furry's perspective. Only about 8 chapters long though. Yeah, I think for the longest time I wanted Ruby Dragon, but finally, thankfully, getting that one. What's that homepage's name? Annilist.co? Or AniChart? What's your most hated series of this season and of all time? Probably the Heavy Night one. Like, I just don't want to watch it. Like, it makes me physically ill watching it. I hate it. And I usually am okay with Gohans, but they just seem to get worse and worse. Like, I'm almost to the point where I'm giving up on Gohans. They don't know when to stop, and they keep going. Kana Hanezawa's in there? Really? Yeah. I don't think I've seen this chick yet. Like, I've got into the doll and the steps and the stupid loincloth way. That was about the only part that I didn't like so far is the loincloth part. Like, it's this whole, like, ghost that wants him to touch the loincloth, and he keeps dodging him. And it was like, it had a funny punchline, but, like, the whole build-up was like, okay, I got it. He's trying to get the loincloth. Let's move on, please. Like, you just stretched the joke a little bit too long. Sorry, phone died. It's alright. The Villager show is actually quite fun. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Like, it's just nothing like I go out of my way to watch. Can only watch Heavy Night if it's dubbed? No, like the dub doesn't help the fact that visually it's a vomit of rotation. There's no artistic value to it. It just keeps spinning. I call it the Joy-Con drift show because the Joy-Con the Joy-Con for the visual perspective of the third person is constantly rotating. Heavy Night animation is weird. They reuse shots a lot. I've noticed that too. It's very slow pace, but I like the. I've heard the story is good. Strongest Take Labyrinth Raise started strong. That was great. Setup was really good points. But around episode 5, they just went shit. MC's goal was to get Stone that they granted the wish to cure his sister's illness. They gave him the stone in episode 5, and then he said, "Finally, I can cure my sister." He gave her the stone, and after it's used, then he says, "Now I need to find more fully cure." But we need 5 more volumes, so let's get another one. Well, they nearly got a volume already. Nice. Can you show me where you put the ogre wife, so I can go backwards and watch your? I haven't done it yet. I haven't watched it yet. This one, I'm assuming you're talking about. I have not got a chance to watch it yet. I was planning on watching it today, but I didn't get a chance this morning. Caretaker and Kaiju Girl are my favorite of the season. Other than ReZero and Polar Opposites, my 2 favorite continuing animes. Good picks. Good picks. We get back to Yoi 5. We'll be back when you get to Kaiju Girl. We're close. Actually, it's probably the next one up because I haven't watched these 2 shows. But yeah, I'm going to go B. B. I like it. Not all the jokes hit like usual. Like, comedy kind of jumps back and forth for me sometimes. But so far, I've liked it. I like it. Spin me right round, baby. Right round. Fletcher, shut up. Shut up. That's the night with 0 followers. After there was no set plot, they took everything and threw it out the window and gave more plot points, tossed them in the window. It got so bad, I stopped episode 11 I stopped at 11. It's like one of those like sunk cost fallacies. You might as well finish it just for the completion point. But there might be a statement to be made to saying you stop before it ends, because I've done that before. I've 100% done that before. I've stopped shows at like episode 10. Just couldn't. Yeah, I haven't watched the Reiwa. I think it's Reiwa, whatever. I have not watched that yet. I haven't watched John yet. Yeah, Kaiju Girl. I love it so far. I don't know. It's not like crazy so far. Like, oh my gosh, but I really like it so far. I think she is adorable. Absolutely adorable. For those who know, it's a girl that she whenever she gets emotional, whatever, she changes. Like, her body changes. And like, it shows like early on in her life where she was confessing to a boy that she liked, and her hand changed into some grotesque form and scared him away and called him a monster. And so she's always been afraid of kind of like communicating to other people because they call her a monster. And of course, in a society that's very kind of, judgmental, as she lives her days, she's always kind of keeping huddled up and separate from people, never wanting to show her true self because she's afraid of being judged. Eventually, in her class, there is a very popular boy who's a model, and he draws a lot of attention from other girls. and she finds this extremely annoying because she doesn't like people being around her. So she's constantly she hates him and constantly tries to get away from the group. Eventually, he starts confronting her as she's trying to hide away and hanging around her a lot. And she kind of makes a lot of harsh statements at him, trying to get him to go away, but he kind of accepts a lot of her criticisms. It kind of turns this whole thing from his perspective. He's like a person that has always tried to please people. And so he's always trying to be a likable person, and realized at some point that even trying to be nice to her, because he has this kind of way of his life, it's causing problems for her. And so he's trying to be a lot more mindful about how he acts around people and not trying to always be someone that's loved by everybody. On her end, she's trying to push him away, but eventually realize that he's kind of a cool guy and that he's kind of charming, and she's kind of letting herself get swept up by her crush to him. But the problem is that when she gets overly emotional and gets very doki doki with him, she transforms into a giant kaiju. This massive kaiju that it seems like it happens even when she's not full kaiju form. She often finds herself getting lost in her own emotions when she's either like partially or fully kaiju form. And those instincts are often anger. A lot of her pent-up anger and frustrations for things that are happening around her causes her to just destroy things around her. And she often lets herself get swept up in it, but it's always like seeing him or him stopping her will often make her snap back to it and calm herself. Because yes, hiding away in her own music that she loves, which is like pretty much metal, hiding away in the music and looking at pictures of, fluffy pancakes kind of causes her to go back to her human form. But yeah, it's been super cute so far. I love her as a character. She's constantly frustrated by the fact that she's always changing and what people's judgments would be of her and what she looks like, and being conflicted of whether or not this guy actually likes her or not. I like so far that a lot of it's in his perspective about, again, how he wants to make everybody like him, and how he struggles with his own insecurities, because come to find out he's actually, before this year of school, in his previous school, he was like really chunky, and at some point he decided to change his life and change his appearance, and it's led to him having a lot of popularity and whatnot, so he's afraid of going back to there. And again, he used to be hated and disgusting to people, and so he often is always thinking about what other people perceive him as. So even for the male character, which often kind of gets thrown to the wayside in these types of stories, it seems like there's a lot of value to his characterization too. So I like it so far. I think my biggest intrigue is like, yeah, I think she's adorable, and I like their relationship so far, but I think a lot of my intrigue's more around what they could potentially do with her. What they've sort of set up with her, I'm not sure if they're going to go into it too much, is, again, the rage inside of her that sometimes takes over. It implies that the rage sometimes can completely take over her, and she gets lost in it. A desire to destroy what other people have because she can't have something good. Because I can't be happy because I'm always perceived as an ugly monster and I can't have a normal life. I'm going to destroy what other people have. And I'm wondering if it'll eventually get more into that. I also like the other girl. The other girl is like a super... one of her classmates like super like into the kaiju. She thinks the kaiju is like this hunk of a man. She wants to see the hunk of a man kaiju, this big, strong kaiju that she wants to see again, but it's actually her the entire time. I think she knows. As much as I've watched so far, it's giving hints that she already knows that it's her, that she's the kaiju. It's good so far. I like it though. Sergio Donna, thank you so much for the 38 months. It's over 3 years, dude. Over 3 years. Believe me when I say this is S tier. The tropes are getting tackled. There's romance developed and all that. Thank you again so much for 38 months, dude. That's crazy. I appreciate it. The big booze Mothra. She's like, I think like one of the last scenes that I've seen in the show was like her on the back of this jet ski in this moth outfit with this guy driving the jet ski, and she's she wants to see the kaiju. She's nuts. Yeah, like she finds her outside her house in this this little cocoon before she becomes the moth. She's a dork. I like it. I think A. I'm gonna keep it A for now. I think it's almost S tier, but I think it's A area. Definitely easily one of the top 10s. Yeah, top 10s. Like again, you see up here we got like what, 7 up here. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13, yeah. I mean, it's in the upper area here, so it's in the top 10. Other girls, Beth girl, Queen would probably be head over heels for Kure and be Minami's rival in affection if she found out. Right. Right. I've got amazing taste. No, you, Abyss. What's going on? What's going on? The emotional bridezilla. Good one, Desmond. Good one, Desmond. You were waiting to use that one, weren't you? I love a kaiju who's the best girl. He was hated because he was round. Yeah. The show has progressed very well. Yeah, I guess it's got good pacing. It definitely has good pacing so far. I like it. I like it. B tier can be A tier, to be honest. I mean, yeah. I wouldn't be too against that. What else have I watched? I haven't got to watch the dance show yet. I'm looking forward to it, though. This is probably the only thing I haven't watched that I still really want to get into. Obviously, Bleach 2, but Bleach is just, like, legit just released an episode. Oh, Soul Leveling. Let's talk about Soul Leveling. The new season of Soul Leveling. I completely I forgot this was in the season. I don't even know if it's in the chart. Is it even in any chart right now? I totally forgot that this was in this season until somebody DM'd me about, or no, I seen somebody's post about it. I haven't seen anybody talk about, I mean, there's a couple people that talked about this before. I think we had somebody in the chat last week that was talking about it, but I totally forgot there was a new season of Soul Leveling until here recently. Yeah, am I blind? I don't see it in any chart. Why doesn't any chart list it? It's a July release. Why doesn't any chart have it? Huh. I don't know. There's a lot about any chart that doesn't make any sense to me. Let me stop trying to make sense of any chart. Soul Leveling season, yeah. It got a new season, yeah. Double Leveling. Wait, what? Oh, you guys don't know about Soul Leveling coming back? Soul Leveling, the very definition of overhyped mid. I don't think there is one. I thought it was a movie. I don't watch this. I watch The Mistreated Princess. Y'all don't know about the new season of Soul Leveling right here? Am I the only am I the only one that watched the new Soul Leveling? You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. Because it's solo level. What the heck? Okay, so for those that have not watched this show, the new season of Soul Leveling, it opens up with a guy who is doing a tome, and at some point he's getting his butt absolutely kicked, and then he's given the question that if he wants to like fight again, and then at that point he's transported back in time to the point in which mankind sees the appearances of tomes, and when the tomes appear, people raid the tomes and get artifacts from it to make themselves more powerful. And mankind's pretty much ruled by those that have these crazy artifacts from these portals, tomes. Yeah, I am technically joking. It's called Tome Raider. It's like Tome Raider King or something like that. Tomb Raider King. Raider King. Yeah, Tomb Raider King. I think it's more sad that nobody knows what I'm talking about. Not that I'm making a joke about Soul Leveling. I think it's more funny that nobody knows that I'm actually talking about another show because nobody knows this show is. I think this show legit comes out and nobody knows what the hell it is. But yeah, it's basically Soul Leveling though, because like Soul Leveling is suddenly out of nowhere portals start appearing and people go into the portals and take down the mobs and get crazy powerful weapons that they can then use for other portals and eventually climb up this. But technically in solo leveling, people awaken as hunters. So they get like an initial boost. With Tomb Raider King, it's about a world where tombs start appearing out of nowhere. And within the tombs, there is different artifacts that are based on real life. They're based on mythological and sometimes fictionist stories that people have told of legends. So like the legend of different like really powerful tools and whatnot. And if you know the story of the particular item, the artifact in there, you can overcome the trial to achieve the item. And our main character is somebody that has a lot of knowledge about all these different artifacts, and so he's using that knowledge to overcome the trials to get the item. Like the very first one that he does, it's like the snake that says, "Oh, you dropped your weapon." Well, here in my mouth I have 2 of them, which one is yours? And by selecting the proper tool and not getting greedy and taking the other item that looks like it's worth more, you will overcome the trial. He technically takes a third route, which is end up killing the snake because it's much more fun and battler that way. But, and plus the item that you get like corrupts you, so he's overcoming it by just killing the snake. So there's like a knowledge aspect to it, and like the artifact that he got early on in his previous life, he allows him to have like full knowledge about like where he's going to and what's inside the tome. Lara's a Tomb Raider queen. Tomb Raider King is out, yeah. I've said it before, Dungeons and Crayons is solo leveling with a 4-year-old protagonist and needs an anime. So I heard that only MC is better in this one than solo leveling. I don't like either one of them. I honestly don't like either one of them. This guy's more interesting. Okay, so my comparison really here is, yes, the 2 of them are this. Whatever one came out after the other one, I'm guessing. I think this one came out after solo leveling. One's obviously a copy of the other one. I'm assuming this one came out after solo leveling. This is a copy of solo leveling. If not, solo leveling copied this one. I don't care either way. One copy the other because they're both obviously, you know, similar in like way too many ways. I like this one more than solo leveling so far. Solo leveling gets better in second season, but its writing is still super piss poor. This one at least has interesting stories. This protagonist is better than Jinwoo. Is it Jinwoo? Sung. This protagonist is better, but he's not likable anyway. Like, I just don't. This guy feels like he's overly edgy. Like, it's trying too hard for him to be like super bad. Like, he just doesn't care about anybody. Yeah, whatever I can do to keep myself above. Yeah. He's super edge boy. I don't really care. But the stories are interesting. Like, I think, and I heard about this before I started watching it. I heard that this was a lot to do with the stories of the artifacts. Sort of similar to, in my opinion, something like Fate Stay Night, where like the servants and their stories are really kind of a more integral part of the storyline and storytelling. This is similar, where it's like getting into the artifacts themselves and what they and how to overcome them. The blonde girl's hotter than Cha. That's one thing. I think Jinwoo is better though. Jinwoo's like, she's just there. Like, Jinwoo's just there. I've never had any like personality interest in Jinwoo. He's just there. You had me with a solo leveling joke again. Every live cast you get me. Soul Cat, I'm sorry. Keep you on your toes. I look at the show. I took the show serious at first, but after watching like 2 episodes and the ridiculous Korean propagandas, I was just having fun, not taking anything seriously. There is a little bit in there, right? There's a little bit in there. Watch episode 1 and left. I hope it gets dubbed. No, it has a dub, I think. Yeah, it has a dub. This one has a dub. It's slow, but they have a dub coming out for it. I don't know. I'm not watching it. I don't even know if they copy one another. It's just the slop Korean manhwas, like isekai slop, and like, true. There's a lot of that stuff that looks very similar. I mean, it's more of the idea like he looks just like Jinwoo, like he just legit looks like him. Like if you look at my thumbnail for this episode, did you guys know that was him? I'm curious in the chat. In the chat right now. Did you know who that was? Did you guys assume that was Jinwoo? Tomb Raider hasn't clicked with me. But the female-centric ones, bias, big A, break, soul leveling as a self-insert. This Paris Hilton arc is more interesting. And Paris Hilton, what? The Japanese dub changes Japan with the Republic of... oh, really? I can see that. Once the dub for Bleach comes out, they should be a week out. I came for the Tanya in the thumbnail. No, but they are identical. The soul leveling guy. Generic anime protagonist. I knew who it was. Oh, look, Remfor's at it. I thought it was you after you shit. What? Regulator, what do you want? What do you want me to give you? Trying to get something out of me? In the end, it's like C. It's fine. Like, it's not bad. It's just, I don't know. The production values are decent too. I just don't like the characters. I don't think I like any of the characters in the show. Your Roxy figure, no. You're gonna have to charm me a bit more than that. I think you have to charm me a bit more than that. Wait till Omniscient Leader gets a anime next year. I've heard a lot of positive about it, but I heard a lot of positive about Tomb Raider too. It's like Jinwoo with the level oh my gosh. I know, but I just don't care for it. We could finally get the good manhwa anime next year. I don't know, because Korean stuff I don't really have not run into anything so far super good. The first one for Chinese that really hit me was easily Lord Mysteries. That was the first time where I'm like, oh man, they can write some good stuff. So maybe they're just not adapting the right stuff. That was Jinwoo, to be fair. I discovered the anime each day in comparison to Soul Leveling. That's true. That's true. What else? I watched a bit of the... what's he called? Kamui's Behind You? I think it's Kamui's Behind You, I think is the full title of it. Kamui, It's Behind You. It's actually better than I thought it would be. Like, it's still stupid, raunchy, dumb stuff. Yeah, Kamui, He's Behind You. It's still, like, dumb, stupid, ecchi stuff. It's Exorcism the anime. Yes, exactly. It's raunchy as hell, but at the same time, it's got me a few times the laughs. It's essentially, for those who don't know, it's about this girl who, like, her entire life, she's always been afraid of, like, the existence of ghosts that have always haunted her. Like, everywhere she goes, because she can see them, she always has to keep her eyes down. And at some point, she runs into this guy that's an exorcist. And he's a very well-known exorcist. But the problem is that now that he's discovered that she has, like, something that draws them to her, he's now, like, constantly around her and employs her at his firm because he could just constantly exorcise whatever comes to her. And the reason why he really badly wants to exorcise things that come to her is the fact that he has a thing for banging them. So he, like, actively wants to hunt them down and bang them. So, like, everywhere she's even when she's sleeping at night, he's constantly watching her, waiting to bang anything that shows up at night. When she's taking a shower, she used to be afraid of showers, but for some reason she never gets haunted anymore in the showers, because as she's in the shower, he sneaks in, bangs the stuff, and then leaves. Yeah, he has a massive fetish for them. And there's, like, even, like, a side thing to this, like, where he finds certain elements about dismembered ghosts of figuring out how to bang them. Like, one got hit by a train or something like that and lost its lower half, and so it haunts people because it can't find its lower half. And so he finds a way of actually giving the ghost pleasure because he creates sort of like, what's the term called? Phantom sensations in her ear. like tying the ear to the lower ends and just tonguing her ear. It's just it's the stupidest stuff, and I think the whole bit with Kokiri was probably one of the funnier bits, where they're doing the Ouija board for Kokiri, and he bangs her during the time, and so they keep spelling out Iku, 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 which is I'm coming. It's the whole show's stupid. I don't know. It's probably gonna be one of those ones where it probably gets old eventually. But at least the first 2 episodes are pretty funny. It's unfortunate that it feels like half of the episode is given to like a little skit drama. Like only half of the show is like actually the show. The other part is just them like just rambling on about random crap. But the show's been good. The mangaka's crazy. To do something like this, you have to be. That's some S tier fetish, right? It's a good watch if you're not a prude. Yeah. Don't watch this show if you're easily offended. It is not the show for you if you're easily offended. I'm still gonna put like in a high C area. Like most of the time, it's kind of is there. But then when it's funny, it's funny. Iku, no, he isn't Rentaro. Lol. Yeah, it's easily like 10 minutes. Like legit half the runtime is not even the show. It's like some other random stuff. Let's see, what else did I actually watch? Because I'm getting down to the bottom of the barrel here. You and I are polar opposites. Really like the first 2 episodes that I've watched so far this season. Because honestly, it's spending a lot of time with the characters that I like, which is a lot of like I like the main 2. Don't get me wrong, but I find the other characters much more interesting. It's like A. I'm in a high area. High A. This one, what was the title on this one? It's a show with the advisor to the prince, and she's married to him. I'm engaged to the prince's advisor or something like that. I would assume the title is I'm engaged to the prince's side. The duke's son claims he won't love me, yet showers me with adoration. What a title. I knew it was gonna be one of those stupid titles that like is the first like chapter. The duke's son claims he won't love me, yet showers me with adoration. It's okay. It's okay so far. The appeal here really is that you have this girl that's like from some like, if I remember correctly, she's just like from a boonies town or whatever, and gets a letter for engagement to this duke's son, and he's like the advisor of the prince himself. So he's seen very fondly upon him, that he's like this intelligent, clever, and amazing guy. They get married. They like she gets there and legit she gets swooped off into the marriage ceremony, and she's married, and boom, they're going to their house. And then when they get to the house, she's like, oh man, it's the night of the wedding. What's gonna happen? He's just like, okay, I'm gonna come clean with you. I'm not gonna love you. I just did this because this is like, advantageous for our kingdom, yada yada yada. I got some strict rules here. When we're in public, you act like my wife. When we're alone, I won't mess with you, where nothing's going to happen. Don't expect anything of me. And then following that, it's basically her enjoying her life, like finding the positive in living there. She's got like her little garden that gets set up. She likes all the different attendants there and the maids and everybody. She's like having a good time. Then at some point, she starts to get worried for him and his health, and trying to figure out ways that she can make vegetables for him that he likes, and researching on him and finding out what his favorite foods are and stuff like that. Doing a birthday celebration for him. And eventually it seems like she's chipping away at his cold nature. He's got like this barrier up that she's chipping away at. Think My Happy Marriage. It's basically My Happy Marriage. It's like a budget Temu version of My Happy Marriage. Like not as high production values. It's okay. It's okay so far. I don't know why the dude waited until they got to their wedding night before he finally told something to her. Like, I don't like the lack of honesty from him, but it's been okay. It's just like that usual, the cold and mean dude that the girl that's super kind slowly chips away at and breaks the ice and eventually makes him like her. Yeah, they met like legit that day. Like he opens the door, she looks over, and he's like, "Oh, well, come follow me." And they go to the party, and the ceremony happens that day. Like they legit, they never met each other before then, or at least they may come into something later on that they met each other before. But like the decision to marry them is strictly based on like a lineage of the people. The episodes get better. Yeah, I think I'm gonna probably keep watching this. Like, I do like Elsa. I do like her character. I'm not a fan of Julius at all. He's just very kind of tropish, cold guy. Good people in bad guy environment. Busy with work. He wasn't honest. He wasn't dishonest. Yeah, he was. Yeah, I think he was dishonest. Like, he legit walks in the door and he has charm mode on. Like, this is a man with two faces. He has charm and likable. He did it to Serafina. Like, there's legit a scene where he walks up to Serafina and gives this impression that he's this nice, charming, happy, good person. He's got his public face, and then he's got his private face. Even with her, when they were alone, when they first met, he put on his public face to charm her. They do the ceremony. They finish the ceremony. They get home. He takes off the mask. He's always got a mask on. He's got a public face and he has a private face. He wasn't working when he first met her. He could have easily told her the expectations, I'm not going to love you. But he married her and then told her that he wasn't going to love her. So the lack of honesty is not telling her that before they got married, which I don't... In the end, she's fine with that. Like, she legit came there to get married knowing it would just benefit her family. She's getting a benefit out of it too. She even tells him that. I had an expectation there too. This is going to be good for my family. I'm perfectly fine with that. I just don't think he's a good person for it. Yeah, it's just slightly explain why, but you're right. You're going to see. I think they have a right take on... I don't think you have the right take on him. If you watch, you will see. Did I miss something in the first episode? I don't know. He's very calculative. Like, it seems like he's all about what's best for the people. And yes, there's a reason why he has masks, is because he doesn't know upcoming episode. They implied that he just doesn't see love. Like, he doesn't feel like love is a possibility for himself because his family never had love in his family. Like, he constantly seen that his family wasn't loved. Or his family did not have love for each other. Anyways. See. So far, C. I like it. I'll probably keep watching it, but it's kind of like on the borderline for me. If I'll continue watching it. I'll give it a few more episodes. Is that it? I'm definitely not watching it, because I think this is season 2. I didn't finish the first season of it. Something about watching an episode, but I don't have an opinion on them. I'm definitely going to keep watching Bleach, and I'm going to watch the dancing one. Let's kind of show this season. I like them all. Fair for C. Andrew, did you watch Oblivious Saint Can't Contain Her Power? Don't think so. It's the first, is my favorite of this season genre. Which one is that one? Is it this one? I think I started it. Yeah, I think I started it, but I didn't get that far into it. I'll probably watch sometime this week. It's pretty good. Can't wait till Bookworm and Lord of Mysteries gets into the later half of the stories. Both seem to be expand on getting more grand as they go along. Yeah, I heard several times during the first season of Lord of Mysteries that like they were blitzing the current part because they wanted to get to the good stuff. So then my response to that was like, okay, if the show's this good now, if the show is this good now, it has me extremely excited for what's to come. The specials were super good. Girls doing fighting games is good, even though with it's them telling you stuff, you still need to know fighters, Street Fighter 6 especially, to fully enjoy. Otherwise, girls love undertones. Yeah, my struggle for... I haven't been excited to start watching that show because it reminds me too much of Rock is a Lady's Modesty, and I don't really care much for those like Gap Moe types of shows where it's like, oh, look at this person, then suddenly they're like, and they're getting like super crazy or whatever. I don't care for that whole like, here's them behind the doors kind of thing. The way they tackle the Bag of Sister is interesting and kind of new. Really? The OP Saint is another... you said earlier, Timu Bookworm. Every episode they kind of develop each sister in a way. That's fair. Fair to be honest, but better than Rock's Modesty. Yeah, I'd imagine it's probably gonna be... I'm probably gonna enjoy it more just because I have a like of Street Fighter. Like, I grew up with Street Fighter, but I fell out of love with it. I fell out of love with all fighting games. Like, I used to play a lot of, like, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Virtua Fighter. And then after Virtua Fighter, I stopped playing fighting games. So I have like a kind of interest in seeing a story about Street Fighter, or at least having a Street Fighter involvement with it. It's like High Score Girl. I really liked High Score Girl because it had a lot of inclusion of like arcades and Street Fighter in with it as well. Like even like one of the characters is legit Zangief, I think, if I remember correctly. Zangief was like a recurring character. I mean, they had all of them in here, but if I remember correctly, Zangief was like yeah, because he has a save. Zangief was like a constant character in it. Yeah, a lot of the nostalgia of like the fighting game world was in High Score Girl that I loved. It's a lot of actual footage and knowledge of the fighting game slang. I think it's more cute girls doing cute things fighting games, but Yuri authors low-key checks out. Rock Modesty was a good idea, but let me down a bit. I just didn't care for like the constantly yapping, like screaming at each other. Like I get so tired of it. Like it's like I just don't care. I did not find them at all enjoyable characters. Like they're probably like some of the worst people to be around. I would not care to be around them. Like extremely aggressively competitive and just foul. Like it just they're not likable. They were not likable characters. I get the humor there, but like I can't be around people like that. It's like, no, I'm done. I'm good. Y'all have their fun. I'll be over here. What a coincidence. So one girl from the show. Some knowledge of Street Fighter 6 goes along. So see, there's my problem there is I don't know Street Fighter 6. So I guess there's a problem there. Is like a basic knowledge of Street Fighter, or is it just specifically Street Fighter 6? Astro Girl is so peak, but there's that's more for the romance for me. Everything was for me. Like I love the romance. I love the a lot of the arcade nostalgia, fighting video games and fighting games nostalgia. That stuff all hit for me. Like High Score Girl is a lot of my childhood. I think it's worth a shot when you get some time. Yeah, I will give it a shot. Yeah. Definitely needs to. They explain a lot, so don't worry too hard. I'd imagine it's probably one of those things where, like, as they're explaining, I'll be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I can connect to what I already know about. Yeah, sure. Yeah, makes sense. That's fair. I like the kind of energy mainly because it's funny. Yeah, I get that. Plus, competitive lingo is so great. So there's a competitive gamer myself. Bit of pausing for the translation notes. They actually include translation notes? What? What? Like official translation notes or like other means translation notes? And you don't need to worry about just fighting games in general. Also Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter 6. It's a niche concept, I'll admit. They explain moves and strategies. Yeah. Moxie Lady's Modesty is a better anime. This one just uses footage from Street Fighter 6. Large parts of the episodes, it feels lazy in my opinion. I'm more like, yeah, it's lazy, but I'm more surprised. And there's going to be a level of complexity there as well because they have to coordinate what the capture footage has to match what they need to have happen, I guess. If they're doing a move, they have to have them capture in the game footage the move they want to do for the scene, which isn't as difficult as having a team animate something, obviously. But I think there's sort of a complexity there in the fact that they had to get a licensing for that, which is surprising. Not just a licensing, but more of an idea of a, in a sense, you're going to have your IP tied to something that's made that could be around for a long time. So there's a large licensing problem there. Do you know how much harder it would be to get a permit for that? Yeah, that's a licensing big deal. It's like High Score Girl had to have Street Fighter allowances there, and High Score Girl was Square Enix. It's not Capcom. If I remember correctly, High Score Girl was Square Enix. Do they even show the original publications? I think this is Square Enix, if I remember correctly. Yes, yeah, Square Enix. So it's not even Capcom. I think they had a legal battle too at some point. Square Enix did about High Score Girl. I don't know if it had to do with Street Fighter or not. It's one of the annoying aspects of like licensing. It's like, how dumb is it that you can't create a story about your childhood where your childhood was about Street Fighter because you have to have a license from Street Fighter to talk about Street Fighter in your story? It's like what? Like what? You can't write a story about an IP that was a significant part of your life without having the approval of the company? Licenses suck. Copyright sucks. A stick and button movements was accurate. Nice. I think the footage adds immersion. And you could technically animate after you have the footage, so it works both ways. They actually capture the character's emotion. Street Fighter characters, in my opinion, it's pretty impressive how they narratively fit in the gameplay. Oh, okay. I mean, you could technically mess with the character's expressions in the game itself if that's what they're talking about. Like, you can move their faces and whatnot. They have balls that they shows in Yuri moments, but they think they they have balls for that, and the show has Yuri moments, but they only think of defeating. Oh, like competition. Capcom was listed on the screen. Yeah, they have to. They're gonna definitely get Capcom's up on that screen. For me, this show is a top 10. High Score Girl, it's easily in my top 10, top 20. I don't think it's in my top 10, but I think it's in my top 20 of all time. I don't know if the first season was high rated for me. I not rated it. I have not rated High Score Girl yet. Oh, this is the manga. Sorry, that's the manga. Yeah, I don't think I rated the first season. Well, this is one of those ones where later seasons it got better for me. Yeah, see, season 2, 8. Last season 8. Yeah, the first season I was not a fan of the show early on. This is one that as the season went on, I got more and more into it, for sure. Or near A tier for sure, if not S tier fighting games. Oh, you're talking about the fighting game one. Sorry. Last season of High Score Girl was a 9. I wouldn't argue it. I wouldn't argue it. I want to rewatch the whole thing. I always have this problem where, like, when I watch a show and the later seasons are like, oh my gosh, I'm loving this so much more, and I'm assuming that it's because the writing gets better, that I kind of want to go back and check the previous seasons to see if there was something that I was missing before, or if I wasn't in the mood. A good example is Bungo Stray Dogs. Bungo Stray Dogs, if you guys look at my chart, shoot, where's my chart? Aiming list. I really should stop putting that Camui up on my screen. Eventually, YouTube's gonna get mad at me for having that up on my screen. I should probably stop putting that on my screen. If you guys look at my top scoring here in the 10 area, you'll see Bungo Stray Dogs a lot. I love Bungo Stray Dogs, but if you look at earlier seasons, let's go prequel. Let's go all the way back to the first season, Bungo Stray Dogs. Season 1, Bungo Stray Dogs. 5. Season 2. 10. Season 3. 8. Season 4. 10. Season 5. 10. Like, Season 1, yeah, too much. Sergio Donna knows me. Sergio Donna knows me. Did you guys see earlier? What was that? What was that score on that one? Not a score, but like, what was that rate there? Was that 38 months? Sergio Donna's been around for a while. Sergio Donna's been around for a while. I didn't care for Dazai at all, like, early on. Yeah, season 1's a lot of Dazai jokes. Oh, yeah, by the way, did you guys know? Hey, guys, did you know? Did you know that Dazai really badly wants to die? Hey, but guys, did you know that he's based on Dazai? Did you know that Dazai really badly wants to die? Isn't it funny how badly he wants to die? That was season 1. But anyways, I kind of want to go back to season 1 and go, was this as bad as I remember it being? Like, I just didn't care for the show early on. I don't know what got me to watch season 2. Because I wasn't a big fan of the series. Maybe because I did watch season 1. I was like, let's see what season 2 has. Season 2 was really good. Yeah, we do have some people with 48 months. Crazy enough. Yeah, if there's Dazai in the joke about Dazai for Japanese writers is that he wants to die. Lover suicide. That's legit Dazai. That's why, there's isekai anime. Dazai wants to die. He dies, and that's how he gets isekai. And he constantly wants to die in a new world. That's Dazai. That's the joke. And yeah, this show, it's his joke. Thankfully, later on seasons, it's like, yes, it's used in a maniacal way a lot of the times, but at least it's got away from that as a joke all the time. Bungo Stray Dogs is so good, though. Such a good show. Such a freaking good show. I love it. I want more. Bad Apple. Oh, Bad Apple I did not like, too. So there was 2 parts of this I didn't like. I did not like Bad Apple, if I remember correctly. Where's Bad Apple? So I think Bad Apple was even, like... Was Bad Apple even... Was that Bad Apple even canon? Oh my gosh, where's Bad Apple? Am I misremembering? Maybe Bad Apple wasn't this one. Dead Apple. Bad Apple. Dead Apple. Dead Apple. Where was the adaptation? Here? Yeah. It had to be original because they made it, they adapted it afterwards. I still gave it a 6. But I wasn't a fan of it. Bad Apple's a good band. You're completely wrong, but it's a good band. He needs redo by death. Dude, that would be crazy. Put Dazai in a deathless anime. All the Port Mafia backstory stuff is all... Dude, I love it. Yeah. I mean, every character in this series besides... The only ones I don't care for is Akutagawa and Atsushi. I don't like these two... I don't hate them, but I don't like these two characters. I've never cared for the bromance or anything around Akutagawa and Atsushi. I love everybody else, though. Like, everybody else. Every single other character of the series, I love. This is one of the few shows where you have, like, 60 different characters, and I want to know what every one of them thinks about the current situation. So whenever it jumps around, I immediately want to know what they think. What's going on through their mind? What do they think about the situation? Those are the only two characters I don't care about. Like, they could literally not be in the show, and it would be no different for me. Akutagawa is very profound IRL as a guy, it seems. They say what my all-time most hated series is. I'm gonna look it up because I feel like my initial thought... I want to make an initial joke. Okay, let me do my joke. My initial joke is Cross-Ange. Cross-Ange is legit my most hated anime series because I don't know if I like it or hate it. Can I go reverse order? I can't do reverse order, can I? That sucks. But a legitimate answer, I think there's something there, and I just don't remember what it is. Let me see what I have in ones. I would say Wonder Egg Priority's my priority, but that's more of a fact of I just didn't want it to exist, which I guess is sort of its own thing there. These are just bad. These are just bad. I don't hate them. They're just bad. These are all bad. I legitimately hate Odd Taxi in the Wood. I legitimately, without hesitation, can say that I actually hate Odd Taxi in the Woods. And that's because it is a retelling in a, like, objectively bad way, a 10 out of 10 show. But that's a movie, yeah. It's an anime movie. Didn't we say anime? Did you say TV? Did you say what's your favorite series? Oh, most hated series. Okay, okay. But let me finish ranting. Let me finish ranting. You're getting stuck on semantics here. You're getting stuck on semantics here. I'm sure Krat wants to know about this. Odd Taxi is yeah, either way it's fine. There you go. See, Krat says it's fine. Odd Taxi is a 10 out of 10 series. Please go watch it. It is one of the most, like, narratively perfect series I have ever watched. You have a town full of so many characters, and they're so beautifully interwoven to tell a story. It is a masterpiece in so many ways. The only thing wrong with Odd Taxi is it doesn't have an ending. And that's what's kind of annoying. It's sort of got one of those, like, you know, Seinfeld types of things. Like, the ending isn't really there. I think it's Seinfeld, if I'm thinking right. I haven't actually watched much of Seinfeld. It doesn't have, like, an ending. Like, it just leaves you on a cliffhanger. The promised ending was in Odd Taxi in the Woods, which was a movie. But before it gets to that, it retells the story, but from the perspective of them interviewing individuals. And that is the most piss poor way to tell the story, because you have individuals speaking on happenings when they weren't even there, and it tells it in an order that is incorrect, and it also doesn't tell the twist in a good way. It is literally taking a perfect narration and story and purposely destroying it. So I hated whenever I found out that some people were watching the movie instead of the TV series, because the movie basically spoils it and tells it in a way that's improper. And then at the very end, during the cast scroll, they finally tell you what happens at the end of the TV series. So you finally get, like, the answers to the question that we had at the end of the TV series was answered during the cast scroll for like 2 seconds. So everything about the movie I hate. Everything about the movie I hate. I wish they would have just done an extra episode and just put that at the end of the TV series. Wasn't Seinfeld the one where he didn't help somebody that was in danger or something like that, and he got in trouble for it or something like that? I think that was that show, right? Because he didn't intervene. Yeah, they go for trial. Yeah, that's what I thought. But anyways, a TV series. Let's do a TV series because Suder Donna got on to me. Cheat Skill, maybe? Of these ones, I want to say Cheat Skill. Yeah, Cheat Skill. I'm gonna do Cheat Skill. I legitimately hate this show. I think there's like very little value in this show, and I hate it. I hate the characters. I hate the narrative structure. I hate the animation. I hate it. Yeah, there you go. I hate it. Rent-A-Girlfriend took me a while, but yeah, I kind of just gave up on it. I love Odd Taxi. What do you think of Root of Odd Taxi? Which one was the Root of Odd Taxi? I recognize the name. Was that the radio dramas? I did the radio dramas. They were extremely necessary to get the backstory plot line. I kind of wish they did an extra episode where they told the radio drama as an actual animated thing to show that whole, basically the path of the pin. It's basically the path of the pin. Show that path of the pin in an animated format and then tell the ending. That would have been a perfect last episode. I hate it too. Which cheat skill is a lot of cheating? It's the one where he like he goes to check out his father. Yeah, it was like his grandfather or something like that passed away, and he liked to go out and travel around a lot, and then he finds like this secret door and goes in there into this cabin where he gets like insane OP abilities, then comes back to our world and then beats up a bunch of thugs and ends up helping out some like super rich daughter or something like that. It's so like blah. Number 22 in 2023. Right. Andrew's hating on Peak again. Number 22 in 2020. There's a lot of people watched it. I think a lot of people just watched it because it's stupid. I have it at the absolute bottom. Along with Conception. Conception was a bad adaptation. I actually played some of the game. G-Skill is so bad, only comparable to the ending of games game that actually made me angry. Ending of games game? I wonder if you have seen the old anime Angelic Layer. I think I watched some of it. I don't remember much of it though. What's your recently most hated show? Like last season or this season? Like, this season, I hate the Gohans show because I want to like Gohans, but they make me very unable to like them. Last season, I hated Liar Game, and I dropped it because it infuriated. It technically still airing, and I really hate Liar Game because I hate the characters. I think the main chick is dumb as bricks, and it annoys me. The main girl's dumb as bricks, and it annoys me. Angelic Layer is kind of plain. Sorry, down an arm. Wish chat had autocorrect. No, it's alright. That's alright. Is most hated show really good topic? It's a good one to round out the episode because it gets people upset at me. I'm always happy about leaving people upset at me. Yeah, can we not? Anything in winter I really didn't like. I really wanted to like Darwin's Game. I don't hate Darwin's Game, but I wanted to like Darwin's Game, but like it got too preachy. Darwin's Game got way too preachy. I don't think I really hate anything in winter. Just some disappointments. Yeah, even Tojima Wants to Be a Common Rider. That one kind of got a little disappointing towards the later part. Yeah, winter was lacking. Winter was definitely lacking. Yeah, King Game's ending message was the morally bankrupt one to me, without spoiling it. Shiba Yugi was extremely disappointing too. Like, it started really good. I dislike Fire Force. Yeah, I just kind of fell out of love with it. Wasn't my favorite of that creators. Yeah, I'm most excited for Fire Force because they opened up the door for a remake of Soul Eater. I want Soul Eater bad. I want it bad. Yeah, Kamen Rider dragged. Kamen Rider definitely dragged. Its first core was brilliant. The first core of Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider is brilliant. I highly recommend it to everybody. The second core was blah. I feel like a lot of later halves of the anime in winter were bad. Grimgar. Gnosia was not. Gnosia kept going. Gnosia was super good in its second half. If anybody does not watch Gnosia yet, please go watch that. That one kept good. Grimgar is very good. Yes, I like Grimgar. We were talking about Grimgar earlier. For those that missed it. Never realized how good Kamen Rider was. So props, music, and animation, so banger. Dude, the music is so good, dude. This music in Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider is so good. Teddy Lloyd and stuff like that. I recommend the novels of Grimgar. Somebody you talked about earlier was very positive on them. I have not actually read too much of them. What I have read of the first volume, it's been really good. Like, expanding on the original story a lot. Did you watch the Low Ray stuff and the Skelter Heaven and Garzy's Wing? I don't think so. Was season 1 just volume 1, really? I thought it was 2 volumes. Because I thought this led up to, didn't volume 1 lead up to the big spoiler midway through this series? The first season? Being vague on purpose for no spoilers in chat? No, because there's Mary. I don't know. I mean, that's a good thing, though, right? Having a season for a single volume, it kind of showed they weren't... I mean, they were obviously not... For anybody that watched the TV series of Grimgar and Fantasy Nash, they weren't rushing things. They were taking... That was one of the biggest complaints of Season 1. What did I forget to spoil? In the first season of Grimgar, I think it's pretty... It's got a big spoiler moment halfway through the series that I would hope that people wouldn't spoil it, even though it's that old. There's kind of a big thing that happens that kind of shakes up the party. Yeah, the ass. That was definitely the spoilers. They showed a lot of ass. You got me sidetracked. Yeah, the pacing was slow, and that was an argument that a lot of people had. There was a record company that was on the production committee that was for No Name, and so a lot of the time was spent with like very like establishment shots and No Name music playing, and people found that very annoying. I didn't mind it so much because I felt like it kind of, in a lot of cases, kind of sets you in the mood of the characters and sort of being stuck in the moment. But I understood that people weren't like too happy about that. Spoilers ass, exactly. Spoilers ass. They're at 20 at least. Yeah, I have 20 of them on my shelf. I have 20 currently. No Name is a really good band, yes. They done music for that one, Sakura Quest. They got some good music. They did some really good music for that series. Anyways, chat. It's time. We made it. I actually made it pretty close to my usual time to stop streaming. So I'm thankful that, as I'd hoped for, once we started the stream, I would forget about the fact that I'm getting sick and will yap for 3.5 hours. Yes. But again, thank you, chat, for dropping by. It was a lot of fun chatting with y'all. I love that I can spend like 3 hours, most of it, just pretty much chatting with you guys instead of actually doing the tier list, which worked out great because I'm a slacker that barely watched anything over the last week. But I do appreciate you guys' support, all the kind words, everything. It means a lot to me. Again, thank you to everybody that has donated to the channel, like Makoto Sama and Sergio Donna, and who else? Who did I miss? There was somebody else. I lost them on my list, and now I feel bad because I was gonna shout them out and I forgot. But I thank you guys. You guys are awesome, awesome folks. But until next week, y'all have a good one. Take care.